Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our playthrough of the Scarlet Citadel. This is Kobold Bench Press. A group of friends like to get together each week and play some D&D together. This is episode 10. It's actually 11th session of our recording. We did one with Urson that is up on the channel, which we will pick up eventually. Whenever he feels the need to get back behind the screen. Yeah,
That's a very kind way of.
No, you did a great job.
Yeah, you did. It was awesome.
Um,
Listen to it today.
yeah, I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy that session. I had a lot of fun, being behind the screen, and it is always fun getting to play with you guys because it doesn't normally ever happen. It does. I mean, I play a game with Alosha. We do a Curse of Strahd campaign where I occasionally fall asleep. We had a little fall asleep episode last week. You know what happens? This is real D&D. Real D&D. I said I was going to edit that part out. I did not.
We've all done it.
No one cares.
Yeah.
There's a couple hundred views on these, but whatever. We have fun. So where we left off. After the first delve into the Scarlet Citadel, and the party realizing that this keep, this rumored dungeon of horrors, actually quite lived up to the expectation. They were able to rescue a few individuals who probably also underestimated the danger in the Scarlet Citadel. A halfling named Ickbon Teastrainer, and a knight named Barrett the Great Heart. Sadly, one of the other individuals that went down there, Udon LeVay, fell during a combat with Scar, the Crimson Ogre. The party was able to bring them back to town and to the Temple of Rava, where they met the priestess. Ooh, I need to get her name because I forgot it. Cecilia and her apprentice Nornith, where Alosha, over the last week, has stayed there tending to their individual wounds and learning from Cecilia and Nornith, and actually was able to pick up a clockwork magic spell in her training time while she was there. During the other part of the week of recovery, Crunch Goldenthorn spent time among the common folk, and perhaps learned a little bit about reading people and getting a grasp on this new world that is quite strange to him after his, how do we say, unique upbringing. Something that really isn't against his was against his choice. Also, we did learn his real last name. If you could please remind me what that was.
He was born Crouch Dirtweed.
Yes.
That was the name that was given to him by his people
Yes.
before he was so cruelly taken.
But his week spent among, a different level of society has given him a newfound awareness of how to deal with people. And he gained a +1 to his insight in his week spent among the citizens of Red Tower. Urson Goreclaw and Zadok, for different reasons, wanted to go visit Zula, a woman who lived outside of town. Some people call her a witch, but she is an alchemist or druidic woman of sorts who spends her days roaming the forest, picking different kinds of plants, berries, weeds, mosses, etc., and experimenting. So each one of them, spent their week of downtime here, traveling with her, getting to learn a little bit of her craft. And at the end of theirs, they were given the option for a level of proficiency. Zadok, you were given the choice of medicine or herbalism. I believe you took herbalism, correct?
Correct. Herbalism.
Urson, you had indicated that you were looking for things to put in your maze. Zadok had been kind of looking for more helpful stuff because there's not really a natural healer in the party. But I gave you the option of either herbalism, which would give you more of like utility style potions, or I did read it. You could have the option for a poisoner's kit and develop more poison stuff. So either you're gonna have more utility or some poison. It was your choice.
Yeah, I decided to go with herbalism.
Perfect. So, you've all spent your week of recovery, because it was quite a gruesome battle between Scar, the Crimson Ogre, the hideous, sadistic jailer, and then also the run-in with the undead hanging from the chains and the saber-tooth bat, plural bats. When Urson dropped the torch down the hole. As you all, woken up on this just normal day, you meet around the table for breakfast and discuss what it is your plans are moving forward. Urson, I believe you did request from Cecilia a magical item. She did inform you that that would take around a 2 week delivery time, and it has been about a week for those goggles of night. So you still have about another week for those to show up.
All right.
They don't have Amazon next day shipping.
No, the
Yeah,
Amazons
not a
actually
Prime
are
quite yet.
even farther south of Southland, and they have not really made contact with the rest of the world of Midgard yet.
Well, they have not disclosed their shipping widgets yet. Okay. Do we maybe go back and see what maybe we can find more birthday party people?
Yeah, go back down there. I mean, I'm feeling fine. Go down.
Do
You think-
you think?
People have moved in.
Now that is a thought. Perhaps people have already taken up residence. We need to let them know. I gotta say, hauling all of this treasure about is becoming a bit tiresome to my old back. If we could go ahead and sell the rest of it to one of these fine people, maybe just turn it into gold. I think things would be at least a good deal more transportable. And then if we find more goodies down there, at least we have space.
Yeah, and you do remember that Cecilia at the Temple of Rava did offer to purchase initially just the ones that she recognized, but she is always looking to purchase that. The estimated value of all of that was listed at 912 gold. I believe she's already given you 300 for 1/3 of it. So, I mean, it would be a quick little hop, skip, and a jump over there to sell it for the remainder 612.
Fantastic. All right. Well,
You guys could divvy that up, however
Yep.
you
Can
see
you
fit.
give us
Now,
a
keep in mind,
sheet for Party Kitty?
I believe there's one in there for Animal Companion.
Just like a blank handout. Like that we can edit.
Yeah, there's an Animal Companion one in there.
That's a
an-
character sheet.
Yeah, just use the bio.
Oh, if you just give us a blank handout that we can just edit.
We already have that. There's multiple things on there. Just edit the names. My man, outline. You know what? It's dog cheese time. Let me give you a blank handout real quick, just to
Animal companion?
add
Yeah.
handout.
Yeah, that's just a note, basically a notepad for
All
us.
You guys,
players.
it's dog cheese time, okay?
Loot and stuffs. All right, there you go. You guys have a player handout called Loot and Stuffs. Should be in everybody's journal. You guys can edit, add notes, do whatever you choose to do to that. Make
We
pistol
can't edit
emoticons. I'm gonna give my dog some cheese so he will leave me alone.
You just put it in our journals. We can't edit it.
I thought I put can be edited by everyone. Edit. This is can be edited by Puritan Tallfellow, who is the DM. All players. I know, my man. I know. He can hear you guys. Let me be right back. Give my dog some cheese. You guys discuss what your plans are, what you want to do. Barrett.
So how much did we end up with?
Well, she gave you 300 for the original stack of the stuff that she recognized from the people in town who she'd seen about. Different, stuff. So like 300 for that. So an additional 612. So you would have received a total of 912 gold from the stuff that you have found in the Scarlet Citadel.
We used 100 last week,
and there was 100 for the goggles. No, the goggles are going to be 300 upon delivery.
Oh no, we spent 100 last week.
What'd you spend 100 on?
With the witch
potions. Yeah,
oh,
you guys
yeah.
spent 100 on
I'll
potions.
just put it as that we have 812 gold.
Well, no, you got an
alright.
additional, and then Urson and Alosha were each given an upfront payment of for accepting to look over Crunch. So they had 200 each already.
Okay.
Along with four potions of healing. All right, you guys.
Here's potentially the easy way to do this. From the stuff I already sold and whatever money I had previously, I have 354 gold, and then a bunch of items. If the items are sold, that's 612 gold that goes on to the new notepad keeping thing, and then everyone else has whatever gold they have.
That's 966 gold. We bought 2 additional healing potions. While you're doing dog cheese time, we can do inventory. We have how many total healing potions?
I have 2.
So 2 for okay. We bought 2 last week, so that's 4. And you have 4 as Crunch?
I have no healing potions.
Okay,
no
so-
need of it. Why would
Okay, so we only have 2 left over. If you already have the 2 in your inventory, right, John?
I have 2.
Okay, and then we bought 2, so we have 966 gold and 2 healing potions. If anyone takes those out, just take it off there. Just this way, we know there's a centralized place we can look for what the fuck we have. It just
I'm going to hold on to some of this gold just for walking around and also clout. Crunch Goldenhorn needs to have some gold in his pockets as he wanders around the common people.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I think that Zadok probably has what minimal gold that he currently carries, which I believe is about. Yeah, I have 9 gold. It's probably all silver and electrum, though.
The chosen currency.
Yeah.
So as you guys are currently in the Cajun Tavern Inn.
The
awesome.
Cajun?
The Cage
Tavern?
Cajun Tavern. Cage and Tavern Inn.
She's
Cajun Tavern Inn would be. Oh,
he's Jean
I don't know if I have.
Really a different accent.
Claude Van Damme behind there with his mullet.
I don't know if I have Cajun in my repertoire. I've never practiced Swamp Man. I know there's Gator Man and whatever the Cajun pirate. I forgot the name. Reggie. Yes. That's a cool picture. Whoever added that.
I did.
Vomiting gold. The Curse of Scrooge McDuck. So you guys are currently in the Cage and Tavern Inn. No, walk away.
The Curse of Scrooge would be an interesting.
I'm saying
on Strahd.
we were joking. Jeff and I were joking about it. All the ravens are replaced with ducks.
Yeah.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and Launchpad. And then this is oh boy, there we go. And I can't remember. Oh, what's her name? Daisy. It was
It was Daisy. Yeah.
It's been so long since I watched DuckTales. And then you could use it's the curse of what is it, Kali Baba from the movie. This is not a D&D episode. We're going to talk about Disney movies. Anyhow, we could definitely get off the rails 5 minutes into this. As you're sitting around the table, Ariadna and Ambrosi are serving some of the people coming in to get breakfast before their shifts in the fields or going out to harvest lumber. Or, Hubert and Wittek are there before they start their day at the tannery. Vernon is there. He comes over, gives you a status report. Lets you know he has fed Princess Buttercup 3 more rats, but he couldn't find any more. He does let you know she does also kind of have an affinity towards chicken. He gave her some of his chicken that he was going to eat, but he lets you know that he's going to go give her he's going to try and give her a bath. He's going to make sure he brushes her, but she looks like she's filling out a little bit over this last week. She may be road ready here real soon.
Our meat-eating horse.
Very good. Very good.
But as he's giving that report to Crunch, you notice Barrett walk in, and he's being propped up by a single crutch under his left shoulder. He's got some bandages still over his eyes, on his forehead, wrapped around with some gauze and whatnot. And he approaches over to you, Urson. Being, he's of a martial prowess. He looks at you. He can tell that, and he's seen you in action, or maybe not. He hasn't seen you in action. But he can see that you kind of were the one who really helped him out of there. Number one, you're the only one who's kind of in his height range. Zadok's kind of there. But anyway, he comes to you, kind of looks at the table and sees that there's an empty spot or two. Do you mind if I join you for breakfast this morning?
No, of course. Come sit down with me right here. What can I get you? Bangers and mash? What do you have?
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Those ladies at the temple, they have kind of a weird diet. I don't know if everything is all portioned out in weird incremental segments. It's all very meticulous, but a lot of vegetables, and I really, just need to get out and stretch my legs. This is my first day out of bed. Now tell me.
Well, good for you. It's great.
First, I must insist. I will pay for all of the breakfast and drinks when you return as well. Or sorry, drinks this evening. Are you staying in town, or are you going to take up on that fool's errand of headed back?
I think we were talking about going back to the Citadel to see what was up. But you don't have to pay for our lodging and our drinks tonight. But if you insist, I can't say no.
No, you saved my life, and the life of at least one of my companions. It is literally the very least that I could do.
Yeah, we did do that.
You seem to.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, you seem to have had much better odds. It was foolish of me to think that I could go down there by myself.
Come on.
It was, hindsight is.
If I'm being quite frank with you, I almost died down there myself. If it weren't for my friends over here, I wouldn't be talking with you right now. I think perhaps there's safety in numbers, and you didn't go with as many conditioned folk, for lack of a better way of putting it.
That is a valid and astute observation. And I would not be here if it wasn't for you and your friends. Which is why I insist. And I've already spoken with Ambrosi about it.
Oh, good.
Yes. From here, I did leave my valuables here. Just, there was no point in dragging gold and things of, that nature around with me. So it'll be taken care of as long as I'm here in town. And I will probably be here for at least another month or so. I do have just the smallest favor, though, if you're headed into that forsaken place. If it's not
I
too
see.
much.
Now I know why you're talking to me.
It's
All
not
right,
much.
Go
It's
ahead.
not much. It's not much. I'm number one. Please be careful. Be safe. You have already experienced some of the dangers and depravities of that place. Second, and this is a small favor. If you could, I lost something of utmost importance to me. A dagger I carried.
A dagger.
Yes, it is it's a family heirloom. It's a small dagger with a golden handle with the markings of a great heart on it. If you're not familiar, a heart is also a deer with antlers. It's red with golden filigree. If you could keep an eye out for it, it has great sentimental value to me.
I'm glad you clarified that bit about being a deer, because I was thinking he was going to be a heart, like when you humans put your fingers together, to make a heart symbol sort of thing.
He's
But no,
propping himself.
I don't know. It's interesting you mentioned that. I'll keep an eye out for you.
Please do. It does have great sentimental importance to me. It would mean a lot if it were found. But again, safety, utmost importance.
Yes, of course.
Well, I'm also going to have a morning brew. I've heard that that Mags and Remy have taken you up on the name of Urson's Liquid Gold, and I've heard it's quite the delicious ale. I can't wait to give it a try. They left a little bit of it here last night, little leftovers from their sampling.
It's awfully kind of you saying so. But it's I suppose it's 9 o'clock somewhere, or 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 9 o'clock here.
My friend,
but,
I've been holed
whatever
up.
gets you on the mend, all for it, mate.
My friend, I was tortured for at least 2 weeks and been holed up in that temple. I am in desperate need of an ale.
Well, pace yourself.
I will. Just one. Anyhow, I wish you the best of luck in your, don't want to take up your planning and your time. I just wanted to come back over and extend my thanks. Wish you the best of luck and just simply ask one last favor. Like I said, if it's not too much to ask, keep an eye out for it. I'll leave you to it.
No, I don't mean to interrupt, but if you are going to shuffle off, is there maybe any just little tidbits of information? Oh my goodness, hello, little friend. What are you doing over here? You go back outside. No, I know. Go back outside. Off you go.
Are we talking about the dog?
Yes.
I'm standing up in the hopes that he'll leave me alone, but he's not.
No, that's fine. He'll go back outside the tavern any second. When you were in the process of sort of being kidnapped and tortured and whatnot, did you see anything cool or interesting, or maybe something that we should know if we go back in there?
Well, again, we didn't quite make it too far, but we didn't make it too far into it.
It was really just those first two rooms there. Just oh, okay, we're here. Oh no.
Yes, it was. Captured. We were immediately. We made it literally right inside before we were sprung upon by that crimson ogre. I wish I had made it farther, found more riches, had wisdom to give to you, but sadly I do not.
No. Okay. Yep. All right. Fair enough. Well, good morning then.
With that,
Urson's going to give a stern-eyed a crunch just to see if he does anything.
He's going to
crunch with your new +1 insight. Make an insight roll.
All right. Let's see if old Crunchy's picking up what people are putting down.
And the dog fully doesn't understand that it's the same dagger that he gave Crunch.
Well, that's going to be a 9, friends. It's going to be a big 9.
Oblivious.
Crunch is going to give a little smile and a wink to his friend Urson, and two thumbs up.
Urson is going to purse his bare lips and just kind of nod slowly. Just, yep, pretty much.
Right. I will go back to cleaning my fingernails with the dagger.
It's none of Urson's business to out Crunch. It's Crunch's duty. That's how Urson sees.
I mean, it's
This is This is fully on crunch. Like the doc doesn't realize it's the same dagger. Like,
Gentlemen, are you familiar with the concept of manifest destiny? I mean, it's
that's a lot.
sort of castle doctrine. Basically, it's a bunch of ways that people have justified taking other people's shit just for a long time. It's this was there, and it's probably my birthday present, and it's pretty cool.
When you think about the words, when you think which a lot of people don't actually do when they think about manifest destiny, you are quite literally manifesting your destiny. That's what you're doing when you manifest destiny, right?
Absolutely, I could not have put it better myself. It's on my little dream board that I keep outside by the dirt hole, it absolutely. And it eventually maybe I'll have it melted down, or maybe I'll give it to Vernon or something. But it's certainly mine. And this guy can't do anything for us. I even asked him, "Is there anything useful? Can you do anything? Do you have any merit or value?" No, he's just a gimpy old man having a beer at 9 o'clock in the morning. No, off with him.
He's been through some shit. I can't really blame him. And then, are we in privacy now from this old man? Are we still? Are we?
He
just
has bid
talking amongst
himself. He has
ourselves?
gone and sat up at the bar. There's a little bit of hustle and bustle in there this morning.
Okay.
It's quite busy. A lot of the lumberers, the lumberjacks, the farm hands, the field workers. They like to come in and get a good hot breakfast. And some people have a morning beer before they start their day.
Sure, crack an egg in it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hard working town. No one's getting sloshed, but there's a lot of like a cacophony of like different conversations going on. There's about 15-20 people in here this morning, so it's you guys talking amongst yourselves. The conversation is indistinguishable from other conversations.
It's the only place to both eat and drink in town, right?
There's the Sweets at Brewery where you can every now and again they open it up and have tastings, but for all intents and purposes, yeah, like this is the mess hall of the town.
Okay, yeah.
It seems like more of a call ahead place.
Well, it's like more like so there's a lot of families that live here.
Well, the brewery is the call ahead place, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of families.
Right, exactly.
But like there's like the younger most of the gentlemen that work at the stable, for example, they're the younger men in town that haven't settled down yet. So they're mostly there, and their work is so it's not that everybody's here, but yeah.
Yeah, but I meant when you say it's crowded for early, it's just that it's out of this being this is the small town
where people
diner.
go to work to get their coffee, in this case, beer.
Exactly.
Coffee and beer and little croquette or something.
Yeah, Ambrosi makes
Citizen should be a little bit less judgmental.
Ambrosi makes great bread. That is something a craft that he has perfected. There's probably a certain Triton who would feel very welcome here. They're both excellent hunters, so they can get fine game. And they've taken their craft they've taken their passion. They're now no longer out hunting monsters, and they've poured their effort, into this. This is what they do now. This is, they always try and excel.
They got the level 5 and retired. Yeah.
It was passed down to them. As mentioned, I think last week, they do long for the adventure. But this is what they're dealing with now, and they're going to do it to the best of their ability.
I would have come back now at this point from making sure that Woody Dog is all ready to go. I would have probably got a report that Princess Buttercup is feeling better, and walk in and kind of give that little status update to everybody. As well as
Vernon was in the bar, but you went and checked.
No, the Woody Dog. The Woody Dog is ready to
yes.
go, and I've personally got it checked on that we don't need to to worry about what the dog and that. And,
Yeah,
How's
Vernon.
everyone's week?
how's what?
How'd everyone's week go?
We met, Ursa and I met, which.
Met a
she
witch?
showed- yeah, she was the witch that everybody in
An
town.
emotion on top of my hat, like a hat witch?
So we're just all saying the word out loud, just willy nilly now.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay.
Witch.
All right.
Oh,
no.
yeah.
Oh,
You-
my
a witch.
goodness.
You hear just a like you hear Witek. Oh, you're talking about Zula.
Yeah, does she have a big hat? Emotion with my hand, like above.
She did not have a hat. She had a lot of dead animals, and she had the big cauldrons. She showed us and I about a lot of the plants. And I hold up the plants that I've gathered.
The cat's tongue.
Yes, lots
Yeah.
of the plants.
3/4 a witch.
Yeah, she
I mean, well,
maybe a different kind of witch. Are you a witch? I don't know.
I'm gonna motion my head back and forth. I don't have the big hat, so not technically a witch.
Oh, is
when
that
you, when you think about it, though,
is that the
really,
requirement?
I think it is.
all it takes
We
to
will find you a
make
hat. Then.
all it takes to turn a dead animal into a hat is willpower. When you think about it, really.
True.
We will find that. We will find Aloysius a hat.
Let's
It's him kind of like pats his head tentatively, wanting to keep it on his neck.
If the
We
sun
would not turn you into a. No, we would not turn you into.
No,
You're not. You're not a hat. Animals.
Witek,
do-
hearing
Right. Other sorts of things. I see.
Witek, the furrier. You guys didn't meet Witek, but you did meet Hubert, his assistant. Witek does let you know that they do have a variety of leather hats and some taxidermied animals. That they like, like a Davy Crockett raccoon skin hat. I had to. Like those kind of
proper
hats.
haberdashery.
Yeah, there's not a proper haberdashery. There is not. There's not like a tailor per se, but Witek and Hubert do let you know that they have some animal skin hats. Should you wish to purchase them?
I
I mean-
want to earn my witch hat.
Well, Vanessa, I have a surfeit of hats. I have a flappy sun hat that I got from that strange man
Harlan.
in a game of. There we are. And also, there's this sort of bloody metal hat. And I don't need two. A hat on a hat is sort of a bad look. So if you wish to if you wish to wear one of them, by all means.
So you
just
lightly
take
you lightly show the sun hat, which is just a basically straw tweed hat, and then you pull out like this giant metal
Yes.
executioner's hat with two horns on it, and just right on the table. And like this is the first time like most of the people in town have seen this, and they're like, "Oh!" There's like a gasp in the bar, and people kind of react to it. And they've heard you talk about, and the escapades have like, your the rumors of what you've already accomplished, have made their way in town. Because when one person knows, everybody knows. People with their day off already know. But people are taken back at the sight of this executioner's helmet that you plop onto the table at this point. And not in a bad way. They're not scared of it, but like, oh wow, like these guys, this group of strange individuals that walked into our town a week ago, have actually done some stuff.
So you can wear this one if you want to. These guys seem to like it pretty well. The gang, cool hat, yeah.
That's nice. I think I'm gonna hold off though. Thank you for the offer, but I think I'm gonna earn my wizard hat.
Yes.
I have a hoodie right now.
Sure. This is
Thank
fine.
you though.
Oh no.
And the bloody helmet, that might be too big for me.
I mean, it's a bit too big for me, really, but it's a statement piece more than
Maybe,
anything.
maybe they could put it up on the wall or something. Maybe rebrand if they need to.
Well, as you look
Well,
around,
there's an eye.
as you look
there's an
around,
idea.
you do one of the things that was described when you first came to this place is there is an enormous amount of like trophy heads on the wall. Ambrosi and Arianda are not in enough distance to hear that, but you do look around and you see that there are different, like there's a taxidermied ogre head. There is, we'll say, also a Catoblepus head, and then like multiple other different like giant. There's like some giant scorpion, like a stinger from a giant scorpion, and various different like there's a werewolf or a maybe a dire wolf head on the wall as well, and then there's like different tapestries and paintings depicting people that look a lot like the Gorskis, because that's their lineage. They're trophy hunters.
Oh, sure. They've been collecting these for a minute. Well, maybe two birds with one stone. If I could just take one moment, I'm gonna take the helmet. I'm gonna scamper on over to whichever one of the A-named people.
Ariadna is the first to approach you.
Oh, there she is.
Hello,
Okay.
darling. What can I get for you today?
Well, first, let me say you look very clean and sexy today.
Oh, she roll a
Oh my.
what would we say? What would flattery be?
Charisma.
Charisma, yeah, just yeah, but he's proficient in it. So
Yeah.
Performance,
Persuasion.
persuasion.
Oh,
See how the rest
persuasion,
of this
alright.
conversation is gonna go.
That's a 12. That's a 12,
huh.
big guy.
You see a little color in her face immediately. Thank you. And she kind of like looks over her just ragtag outfit. She's got a stained dress and that's got flour on it, and there's already been a spill that she's cleaned up, and she's not dressed in like elaborate clothing. It's just standard commoner's clothing, but she is glad that someone knows. Her hair is quite, it's in a loose like French braid, but like it's kind of frayed out because she's already been working for like the good portion of the day cooking and things like that. But
Sure.
she'll take the compliment. She definitely will. All right,
Well-
continue.
All right. Well, excellent. So when we were down in old SC, in the sort of we'll call it probably Golden Thorn Manor, but you guys know it as the Scarlet Citadel. There was a bit of murder, and we got this cool helmet. And I thought maybe as a thank you for all of your hospitality, if you wanted to stick it on one of your little goobers hanging on the wall there, that it might add a little bit of ambiance to your establishment.
Oh, is that the helmet of the one they call the jailer?
I believe, yes, no, with the right off the ghouler's dirty head. Absolutely. It's still a bit ripe, but that's okay. You cleaned it up, a little spit and polish.
Oh, Ambrosi, and Dorothy, come see what the one who insulted you has brought us. Oh my! Oh my
and
word!
Rosie, might I say, you look very clean and sexy this morning.
Well, thank you, my friend. What is this? What is this? I've heard that this is the mask of the jail. And you, I did not doubt what you said when you went down there, but if we could have, my friends, for this, your stay, unlimited stay.
Oh my goodness, I couldn't really, but that's fine. Yes, we'll take that. Thank you.
We
and
will commission plaque that says that who gave this to us. Now he hastily reaches behind, goes back into the like there's an area in between the bar and then like the kitchen area, like the little office stuff. He goes back there and gets a piece of parchment and a quill pen and a dipper of ink. Please, you have quite the way with words. You are our bard, very good bard. I please pen a glorious tale of how this happened, and we will mount this on the bar. And I have frame and I have glass to put behind, and we put that up. And any folk who come here from now until end of time will know how we acquired this piece and which heroes were and how they overcame this nefarious being. And this tale will live on as long as this town survives.
Sure. Yeah, I'm happy to. Give me, maybe
Sure.
a day or two to put that together. I don't know if we have a collective name sort of for our organization yet, but we can come up with that.
Well, let's start with you put
yes,
individual names. That's probably good. I imagine you put your name first, and then maybe you put your party mates behind it. But yes, we will get a spot. We'll put this. And he looks behind the bar, and there's like just a mundane dire wolf head like right in the middle of the bar. Like we move that. We put this. This will be centerpiece. This is great. This will
Cool.
This will add to the legend of the town, and we will tell folk that we had the pleasure of serving those who took down such a wicked and terrible person.
Well, I appreciate all of that, and just if I may say, just clear more space, because we're going back down in there, and who knows what sort of fun little headgear we'll run into down there. So just keep your ears open and your eyes peeled.
We will. And I heard you came back with quite the treasure haul already. Please be aware, your rooms now bought and paid for. Also have secure storage, so you feel free to put anything in the rooms that you need to store. You don't want to be having treasure weigh you down. Gold weighs quite a bit, and you have our word as Gorskis. Your treasure is safe.
That's cool. Gang, anybody? Do we need to sort of store anything here? Anything weighing you down?
Well, the
Anyone?
912 gold do weigh a lot, so you do need to store that.
No, certainly, of course, we can bank that here, but I don't know if the doc has collected some sort of strange thing. Vanessa.
No, I just have a few feathers.
That's right.
No, I drove a light.
Very light. Vanessa is an eternal mystery. And Urson's a strong fellow. Urson, do you have anything?
I imagine Alicia just keeps everything in like a pocket dimension.
No, I
Not
don't
much.
have anything. I think I'm quite good, actually.
All right. All right. Well, here, if you could perhaps write out a little receipt, and here is a just truly ungodly amount of gold for safekeeping.
Oh yes, we will put into your room. He pens down whatever amount of that you're actually putting in there. You guys keep track of that. That's
It'll just be whatever's in the party kitty,
Yeah,
basically. Like
yeah.
in the loot tab is.
I'm just
like
saying
whatever.
you now have a space to store stuff. So
Cool.
Safe,
yes.
safe adjacent until we piss them off. Yeah.
Well, yes, of course.
These are our friends.
That's why I put like
For all
now
intents,
we have the trophy tutorial and logic unlock in the
right? Correct.
yes, but we would probably like
So
have him.
yeah, so if the task though at hand, your stuff has been completely secured. They have locked away your valuables. Vernon is in there as well, not privy to any of the amounts of stuff, but he checks with you to find out if you're going to be in need of the horses today. It'll probably be about another week or so before Buttercup is road ready. But Ash and Cinnamon still looking great. And he says, he'll, if need be, he can go fix them to Woody Doug if you're traveling today.
What's the plan, gang? Back to the old birthday party, or are we rambling?
I think we should probably maybe get about to doing that. I mean, that's why we came here.
Yeah, we've had a week of hanging out.
Yeah, I think that maybe we find a little bit more down there.
Everybody healed up all right?
Yeah,
everybody's
everybody's ready
That's a
to
good
go.
question. Did I click my long rest button?
Yeah. Point of order.
I did.
We had discussed leveling up for the party at level 3. Urson had originally chosen the path of the Shadow Chewer, but we didn't really actually use any of those abilities, and he's in the week of downtime decided that he is going to be the path of the Hive Tender, which is more of a bee honey themed subclass, which was his original intention. And being from Bjornheim, where they're known for their bees are actually part of their defense network. He's switched subclasses if anybody's following along, but it also does give him some more utility options, which Dave, yes, inside joke. I don't think we're going to discuss Dave on the show.
No, I don't think we have.
Yeah, we don't need to bring Dave into the mix. But Urson, have you had a chance to look over because I don't recall how you have a function similar to the alchemist, where you can brew a honey of some sort. And this is the start of your day. Is this something that you need to have time to do?
Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah.
I can.
I don't want you to get into
for 1d4 servings of blessed honey each day.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
To forage, you must be in an environment where bees are naturally found.
Which they do have some bees here. Yeah, it's a
creature
grassland.
A creature can use its action to consume 1 serving of blessed honey. Each serving of blessed honey can have one of the following effects. So it seems like that I can create the servings, and then or I have to roll for the servings, then I can choose the effects.
Sure. Yeah, and this is a grassland-ish area, and they do have some honey because the Sweet Sap Brewery does incorporate that. That's kind of what Urson's Liquid Gold had in it, as it was like a honey wheat ale. Think of like a blue moon with a little bit of honey in it, which sounds pretty tasty to me.
Exactly.
Sounds alright.
I would imagine it more like along the lines that like you realize because there is a meadery that has bees that you probably would know some of the additional properties that this honey creates that maybe these people don't know. So maybe you could kind of work with them on that.
Yeah, we already have.
That'd be sweet.
There's actually a small mechanic in that, and it is Urson already triggered the effect. It will trigger later. There's additional things. He already kind of triggered that mechanic. So.
I triggered it.
Oh no.
All right, so I need to roll a d4. A 1.
1.
Starting off strong. All right, so I can give a non-magical light to myself or to anything that I put my honey on. I can recover 1 additional level of exhaustion after I finish my long rest, which could come in handy. A single bee escorts me through the end of my next long rest, and I can use a bonus action to sting a bee for 1 piercing damage.
I think the light.
It's like a anti-zombie tactic, it looks like. And sweet is the last one. I exude a sweet floral aroma. And while exuding this aroma, I have advantage on wisdom animal handling checks when interacting with beasts with an intelligence of 3 or lower.
Which is, to be fair, most though.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. But
Yeah, so I can
the
do all of
light
those
in and of itself, like that solves your dark vision
Dark vision
problem.
problem. Yeah.
So at
And
minimum,
You're
in
not
long
going to need
rest.
the
Yeah, great.
exhaustion one for sure because you're not exhausted. You had a week.
And I have some other combat B stuff, but we'll get into that later. Combat B.
That's such a good word combo.
yeah, it's just a good phrase. Yeah, combat bees. Yeah,
Snake, remember your combat beat by pressing the A button.
That reminds me of the Stephen Colbert Red Nose, the first one he did with Matt Mercer, where he had a bee.
mm-hmm. Well,
Nice.
it-
If anybody's
Carry
never
over to the
watched
second
that,
one,
that
too.
one's great.
all right.
When you get invited, if you're like a big time person and you get invited onto Critical Role and you're a hardcore nerd, like you have to bring your A game. Like you have to just be like, all right, like what is like a killer
Well,
concept?
Stephen Colbert said he used to play, and that was the
Yeah.
first time he had played
Well,
in like 10, 15 years.
a lot of that too was decided by the fan base based on donations too. That there was different unlocks on the charity donations that they did, and they decided that he had a familiar that was a bee, and he rolled with it very well.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Also, slight derail. His little interview with Anderson Cooper, where they talk about D&D, is also great.
Yeah.
Because Anderson Cooper also plays D&D.
Yeah.
It'd be good hangs, man.
It's a
Telling
funny
you, we
interview
gotta
though too, because they branch into like something else where like Anderson Cooper talks about a time he was in like Brazil for the World Cup, and like on one channel there's soccer, and on the next one it was Anil Aventura, and just imagine what that was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep,
yep.
his kids.
They're having a
I can see him being
good
a
time
big
down
role
there.
player.
Yeah, he was he said, of course, because he looks like one.
That's
He
right.
he played an elf.
A high elf.
He did. He was a high elf.
I think the Vanderbilts in general, like they would be the Golden Thorns. The
Yeah,
Vanderbilts
that's pretty
would
much
be
you are
analogous.
Anderson
Yeah.
Cooper.
Yeah, until you know the end of that story where he doesn't actually have anybody because it's
No.
doesn't exist. Yeah,
Yeah, but
because
yeah.
yeah.
Anyhow,
I think
anyhow.
that's where we're going.
back on the rails.
Hi, Anderson. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, of course, as always, to Anderson Cooper for listening.
Yes.
Sometimes we forget to say that, but thank
Yes.
you so much.
Yeah.
He's one of our 8 subscribers, Anderson Cooper. All right, so are we headed back down?
Yes, Woody Dog
Yeah, I think
is
so.
ready. Woody Dog is ready to go. I made sure that I gave him some like wheel grease, and I made sure that he's got like little. I took all the feathers that they gathered, and we made a like nice little sitting area so it's a little more comfortable. Got the upholstery upgrade, the feathers.
Okay, so you, as you guys you hop on, as Woody Doug and Ash and Cinnamon lead the way. It's gonna take you about again 3 to 4 hours to get there, like it did last time. You make your way there, to the ruins of the castle. As you arrive, it's about 11 or so in the morning. You guys were up pretty early, as the town gets their day started pretty early. As you approach this familiar hillside that you have seen before, with overgrown vegetation, and you find a spot about 300 to 400 yards away to park Ash and Cinnamon as you make your way to the ruins. You approach from what would be the northeast, so the top right hand corner. As you approach, individual or group wise, make me a perception check.
Mm-hmm. Oh no.
Come on, cheat. No, it's not shit lags. Not
Maybe-
gonna do pretty
think
well.
it's-
Oh, natural 20.
That's what's 20.
Trying to add a little bit. There it is.
As you approach, to these ruins. You do notice not on the edge of the map where you could see it, but you do see off in the distance there are what appears to be a singular owl bear, like well off to the far left hand side of the screen. Um, like in this area, but like way farther away. And it's a normal size owl bear, and then there are two smaller cubs traveling with it. They're way off in the tree line. They just appear to be foraging at the moment.
Don't look at them, guys. Walk along. Nothing happened here. Move along.
Yeah, they do not appear to notice you.
Does Urson smell good now?
Did he?
I'm just-
Did Urson apply the smell
just-
good? Did he apply the smell good honey?
I think I haven't applied any honey yet.
Yeah,
Okay. So just normal Urson.
But
he has cleaned himself
no,
up over the week. He does not have, the blood-stained guts of his fell foes in his bear fur.
Not being precious. I'm just curious. You know. All right.
now
But-
only one of my abilities allows me to exude a sweet floral aroma.
But you would be able to make your way, as long as you didn't disturb the nest that you had previously discovered. You'd be able to make your way through, down and around to the entrance that you have gone in through. There's no sign of harpies.
Nice.
They received a pretty solid beatdown. The one has decided that this is probably not the best, and it's moved on for now.
It's not a good ruse for it, really.
I mean, Blood Oath, though, if we see that thing again, it's toast, yeah?
Maybe.
So do you guys want to hang around up top, or you just want to head right back down in?
We make sure that we get what they dug, a nice little safe little parking space.
Yeah. With those rolls, like you were able to secure Ash and Cinnamon and Woody Dog into a secure area where they're not going to be pestered while you delve.
All right, I think we.
Good. That sounds good.
Yes, it's a lizard. I'm sorry. The cat's yelling
All
at
right.
a lizard.
This is just a thing of online play. We'll have to let's see. Let's get rid of Ickbon. Big red heart.
Maybe we go back and check out the rooms, maybe make sure everything's really clear, throw a torch down the hole again.
It's been a week. I'm sure people have moved around.
That seemed to be fun last time.
They might have a new jailer.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe.
if we've learned anything, it's that we should burn every room we enter before we enter it. Sort of open a door, burn a room completely, and then sort of wander in after it's done burning.
Yeah, the dog. Have you eaten any campfires lately?
No, unfortunately, the campfire went out.
Oh, no.
I assumed that the campfire went out unless I could have during the downtime thrown it up and eat it again every single day.
Would you have done that?
Oh, for sure.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess you still have the campfire in your belly then, if that's you're gonna roll with it. Yeah.
Yes.
You guys come up with an order of operation. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick.
I will have worked. Yeah, I wouldn't actually have needed to use my arcane recovery then if I would have timed that right. Because it lasts for 24 hours, that spell, so I could have gotten to that done doing it at the end of a day instead of the beginning of a day now.
Hey, do you think being engulfed in swirling darkness would negatively impact any of your sort of roles or abilities here?
Hard to cast spells and you can't see.
If it's magical darkness, I don't think any of us can see through that.
Oh, all right. Well, let's yeah, just go ahead and give that a little once over.
Dancing shadows.
Oh my! No, it's just
What's going on?
When you
Very
join the College of Shadows at 3rd level, you gain the ability to weave a pocket of protective shadows. As a bonus action, you can expend a bardic inspiration to create a 20-foot radius sphere of shifting shadows centered on yourself. I'm not going to read the whole thing.
As a pirate.
It seems that ability only affects people looking in. Because the way that it's worded, it says that it moves with you for a minute. Allied creatures with you have half cover, and creatures outside of the sphere have disadvantage to look in. So this looks like
it also says dark vision does not nullify this effect, which implies they're looking into it.
Yeah, this seems like basically like a bardic pass without trace kind of level of like flavor of thing where it's from the outside looking in. It affects.
I'm just digging on the notion that potentially bad things couldn't see us very well, and we have higher.
Yeah, I don't think that it would affect us. It's more like the way I can see that this works is like the shadows kind of provide half cover because they shift like as the attack is happening, kind of thing. It's not darkness per se, but it's like if things are looking at us, shadow hops in the way.
Yeah, this is not like darkness. Like people can just look right at you, like, oh, there's a guy right there. But it's more of like if they try to swing a sword at you, it'll be tough. Or if they try to look at you, it'll be like harder to see you because shadows would be moving. Like it'd be difficult.
Yeah,
but it's not darkness. Kind of.
It's not a. It says a sphere, but I think the way that sphere is used is just as the description of.
It's just the mechanical
area of the area of effect. It's not a solid sphere of shadow. Like so, we're not going to be walking in a fucking snow globe of shadows.
It's still a +2 to AC though.
But what I mean is like from like a how it would perceive is like those shadows only appear if something is trying to perceive you, kind of thing.
It's basically cast trace the way it's like flavorly. There's a bunch of shadows kind of around you, and someone looks, it's like an optical illusion and or just anything, whatever.
Cool.
But yeah, it's not like glow of darkness, so you can still look around.
Yeah. If you use that, I don't think that anybody would be disadvantagedly affected by that. Yeah.
All right. Well, then I will remember that. I will keep it in the quiver.
So as you make your way down, there's still like down the stairs. There's still like the pile of bones that you had to wade through previously, and you make your way into the first room, which would have the blood smears on the floor and then the rusted shield and sword on the table. The trap that you had previously disarmed. The crosswire is still there. Let's see where you guys are at. Alright, so let me clear drawings real quick because there's still the tentacle drawing on there. Alright. Head to where you want to go. Maintain a somewhat of a semblance of a marching order if you can. Like, so decide your marching order now, and then maybe just like, if you want to go into like the room to the left, say we'll go to the room to the left, we're going to go to the room to the north. Just kind of declare where you want to go so I can adjudicate things as they happen.
I think Urson should go first.
Yeah,
I'm following Urson.
I think we're gonna check out the prison cells.
Oh, that's
right.
Yeah, I would probably follow behind Delosha.
Sure. So back to the room up this way.
I feel like we should just check in there just to make sure no one's there.
Right. Yeah.
Like poke our heads in, look around.
Yeah, because there's been a lot of.
Sure, you guys can even stay where you're at now. So as you make your way through past the table and the bloody smear marks on the floor. You enter into the room where you found Ickbon Tea Strainer. The decaying remains of Udon LeVay are still in the cell in the middle. Well, yeah, well, everybody can move in there if they want, just so everybody can see. Um,
Oh, right. I'm gonna go up. Well,
But scouring the cells with the key from the jailer, you're able to open up each one. There's nothing of notice in here. Like I said, there's just the decaying remains in the middle cell on the right hand side of Udon LeVay. There is an overwhelming smell of just rotting flesh and damp, stagnant water. That has not been changed. Not that it was changed on the regular, but they did just to get rid of the smell for their own purposes, change it at least once or twice a week.
Do any of the cells look like they've been opened? Are they also closed?
No. Other than the cell that you had previously opened, all the cells were locked, and whoever used the key did have to open them.
Okay.
The body of Udon LeVay still appears to be in the same oozing pile as it was, but now there is an overwhelming amount of black flies, like bloat flies and stuff like that. So
Not get close
It's
to that.
gross.
yeah, it's not pretty.
I agree. This
Hey,
room is
Grunchy.
gross.
Grunchy,
Yes.
once you take over this place, you got to get a house cleaning service.
No, absolutely. I would imagine that there are any number of people who would be overjoyed to sort of clean up all of the dead. It's sort of everything. Everything in here has been dead or nearly dead, yes, or undead. No, I agree. We can get on that. This right now, though, maybe we just sort of throw a rug on it. I'm not going to deal with it.
Yeah, if any of y'all prestidigitation, I just suggest that. But I lack magical abilities, unfortunately.
I did
Stink
not
something off.
Yeah,
No,
it's not great.
It's not great. That's very true.
Yeah, it's a bit.
All right, so should we be on our way then?
Yeah, I mean the body of you had to pass by the rotting body of because they're both still there. Like Jailer's body is still as it was left. Scar's body still was there as well.
It thought we wanted it. It thought well,
taken
no,
to various
never
states
mind.
of decay.
We didn't throw him down the hole because we threw a torch down the hole.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
that's
kind
right.
of
My
good
original
news.
plan was to throw him down the hole, but then we threw a torch first.
Yeah, no. Jailer's body is still like about right at the catty corner of the table, and Scar's body is about where you all stand. Urson, as you're looking down the hallway, I mean, you can see that there's a hallway that branches off into two directions from where you can see right now. Zadok, you are not on the map. Oh, you're still down over in the area down there.
Yeah.
Kirsten, I ran down there and looked around. I didn't remember what I saw. I think I saw a staircase.
Oops.
I think somewhere down
There
there.
was some sort of blood witch around here, right?
Yeah, she was down there and past the circle hole.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we could try and find
So we
hers.
Yeah, we
This
thought
is going to
about it.
very trepidatiously walk down this pathway.
Yeah, you make your way. I mean, down the hallway. There's a branching path to the north or to the south. You can kind of
Yeah, I'll
see
make a
at
little
the,
bit of room.
at the edge of your vision to the south. There was a staircase leading down from somewhere. Arson, as you come around that corner, you see to your right. You look in, and there's a quite large jail cell with a very large bed. And the door is open. It appears to be what would be a bed that would maybe be the same size as the ogre that you had previously felled in your previous delve into the Scarlet Citadel.
Makes sense.
It's
I'll motion to the group and I suppose just keep on walking.
Yeah,
Edison kind of wants to see what's at the end of this hallway up here.
yeah, the cell on the outside of there. There's a keychain hanging on the outside of it. The cell contains no comforts of any kind, not even a blanket for anyone to keep cold. But if you're gonna walk past that, let me see where you're at now. I mean, you come to a crossroads. To the north, you see a doorway, a door that is closed. And to the left, you can kind of see that there's a hallway extending to your what would be left on the screen. So we'll just say west. To the right, you see that there is a crumbled, impassable hallway leading to the directions of the cells that you would have some form of spatial orientation.
Yeah.
It may have at one point been like an access point into one of the jail cells, but that wall has since collapsed.
It makes sense. Edison's going to look back at his team and ask, "Is there anything we want to see back here, or should we just keep on going?"
You can also kind of see to your left, like just peeking around the hallway, like there is something beyond your vision. It is not. There's not a wall like to the west. It's like if you took one step further, your light source would kind of illuminate that further. But you could see like peering around the corner. Your torchlight doesn't extend that way, but you can tell that it's not like reflecting off a wall of any kind.
Yeah, I hear.
There you go.
So yeah, does anyone else want to do anything? I guess Edison doesn't mean to scream, but he just looked back.
Going.
Yeah, it's an acknowledging look, like nonverbal communication.
Do you think that we should maybe sort of sneak or creep a little bit, as we do not know whether or not the Blood Witch is a nice witch?
Crunch, where you're standing, let me just read off whether you're you appear down to your left, down that set of stairs. And there is what appears to be a storeroom of some kind. There are small casks of water. You do see like shelves of what appear to be preserved breads, meats, and they're all stacked on shelves around the wall, like in what you can see over in this area. Urson, let's see real quick, because you've walked by it. Urson, Alosha, and Crunch all give me perception checks. Sorry, there's.
And I look for signs of birthday party.
Roll a perception.
22.
Roll a perception check as well.
Roll 19.
I'm actively looking, so would this be investigation?
Yeah, sure, if you want it to be.
12.
Yeah. If you were like here, well, I'll just move you there just so you can see that. So
I
as
still
you,
can't see it. No, I'm looking as we walk along. Now that we've
everybody have a
had
crunch. Everybody have a crunch in the what appeared to be a jail cell, which held a much larger being than Ikban or Udan LeVay. You do see, and through logical deduction, you appear that this is possibly where Scar set. Let me see here. Hold on. Where's it at? I lost it. Hold on a second.
Yeah, I was looking for
the three of you, everybody with Crunch, you do notice in that jail cell as you walk by and Urson's torchlight catches it, there appears to be a small, tiny cutout in the wall behind the bed, and you catch a glimmering of the light catching a piece of metal inside the cell.
Hey, you know what, you guys? As I was passing that jail cell, I caught a glimpse right behind that bed of a piece of metal. What say we
Something
investigate?
reflected off of the light. You would assume metal. There was a glint of light that caught the reflection of the torchlight.
Sorry, I'm making fun a little bit, but
Yeah.
what do you say? What do you say we investigate?
Well, I think that's pretty neat. I didn't see a thing, but if your keen bear eyes have caught it, by all means.
Yeah, do you want me to just? It's closed, right? The cage.
No, it's open.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
was going to ask if Aloysius could maybe like
Yeah, I also.
mind pull that towards us. You do
Yeah.
weird things.
Yeah. I mean, it's a small item. Aloysia could absolutely do that. So
Yeah, I'm
Aloysia,
gonna hold my hand out.
yeah, you hold out your hand and you focus on this glint thing that's catching in the flickering of Urson's torch, and you pull towards you a small metal brooch. It is of elven manufacture. It's twisted
Also a mimic.
mithril weaving, almost like a bird's nest. I have a picture for this. Hold on, let me find the picture of it real quick. Sorry.
It's a mimic.
It appears to be a small brooch. It's a twisted metal mithril metal around a small sapphire gem.
Oh,
As you pull it close towards you.
So this is some sort of twisted metal figurine. This is an action figure of Sweet Tooth, perhaps.
I mean, I think it's Twisted Metal 6. I don't know if he was in that. I have not
Sweet
played.
Tooth is in all of them. but
Okay,
yeah.
I imagine so. Yeah, I'm not gonna claim I am familiar with that anymore.
Just a little black was so good though.
Scarlet Citadel. I'll put in anyway. It's got a blue sapphire in the middle of it. I lost. Where's my items? Oh man, I forgot. I made like 1,000,000 rings. This is not going to be anywhere easy to find. And then I tried to make
That
something.
is the bane of the journey. Yeah, like you could make so many things, and they all look good, and you're like, oh, I can't find what I'm looking for now.
No, I know where it's at. I know what channel it's in. But then I was trying to make like just something else.
Let me find the brooch.
Anyhow, you find that. I'll post a picture in it later. It's not integral to what it looks like. I described it. It's like a, it's got like almost like a metal bird's nest kind of affection, and then like the gem looks like a giant egg in the middle of it. It appears to be a sapphire of some kind. It probably held at some point some sentimental value to Scar, as it appears to have tried to have been hidden.
okay.
I mean, what would you like to think, like 10, 15 gold, that kind of thing? Is it an imitation ring?
Maybe.
Anyone a jeweler?
It's
not really.
You jeweler? Okay.
Well,
in
it
the
was
bag,
probably
look at it here.
worth much more at some point. Only one of the gems that appears to have been in the there were there's a large gem in the middle, and then there were 4 gems sockets on the outside. All of those appear to be empty. If you had to make an investigation check to see if you know how much this is worth. Otherwise, you could take it to be appraised later.
Okay.
That's Zadok's investigation for later. Still want noodles each time after that. Yeah,
Udon's,
I mean,
every time Udon's saying, I just want noodles.
oh, okay.
Like, yeah.
Just
Looking
gonna
at
keep
it,
rolling 12s today.
the metal,
Could be worse.
and it doesn't have a lot of damage on it, and the gem appears to be a pretty good gem. But you're not really able to ascertain about how much it would be, but you imagine it's worth something. The sapphire alone, it looks to be quite valuable.
Hey, gang, with my keen eyes, I perceive it's not completely worthless ring. Pretty cool.
You literally missed it by like 1 on what I could like.
Well, Well, we would maybe take a look at it later.
Yeah, if you, I mean, imagine if you took it to Cecilia or Nornith at the Temple of Rava, they would be able to provide you a fair estimate of its value.
But you said there was 4 like other facets that were missing gems.
Yeah, I mean, and you can look around, but they're not there.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
like
Is this
an
an
Infinity
Infinity Gauntlet?
Gauntlet.
Yeah, there we
Mhm.
go. We got there at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Jinxies.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, what other 4 gems do we need to slot into this thing?
We need to kill all the slobs.
Yep. Yeah. This thing's a MacGuffin later. We'll sell it. We'll sell it and forget about it next week. Yeah.
Chekhov's brooch.
Yeah.
That's
All
right.
the
Yeah.
gold. Give me the
Uh,
gold.
Is there anything else in this room that like we noticed that
It's nasty.
other
It is-
than that?
It is nasty. That's true. Everything down here is pretty nasty.
No, I mean, there's
Oh, no.
literally just like some loose straw on the ground. There's a bucket for an ogre-sized bucket. It has some waste in it. And
It's the bucket. Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
the
we get
bucket.
it.
Yeah, it's a chamber pot. But no, there is nothing else of value in this. And this was looked to have been like kind of tried to have been hidden, but it was on the lower area, like where Scar would have slept behind it. So, but there is nothing else of value in this room. But again, like to the left, like now that you all are huddled up over there, you can see to the west. There is a room that appeared to be a storeroom, and then to the north there was a doorway, and then Urson at the edge of that, you could kind of see that there was a room that probably opened up a little bit. Also at the edge of the stairs, you could see that there was a stairwell leading up at the edge of it when you guys came into the room. At the edge of like your dark vision, you could see the base of some stairs leading to the east.
All right. Now the time we should think about sneaking?
You hear anyone?
I would love to sneak.
Well, you had said like you were communicating quietly, so at this point I assume you're moving stealthily.
But there's still Blood Witch around, right?
This is the
Well, it has been a
cardinal,
week.
concern.
But we would still assume.
Yes,
The
you
Maybe
Blood
she
Witch is-
moved like a vacation house or something.
Yeah, maybe.
You think this is
maybe she
some
went
sort
to
of
made to the Hamptons? Yes.
Maybe this is like a business call.
This is it. They're using it as a timeshare, sort of a. Okay, well, that's
Maybe.
also very much against Golden Thorn policy. We'll have to look at that as
Yeah,
well.
they owe you rent.
They would. But yes, I would like to be sort of quiet and sneaky and small. Take out this birthday dagger and sort of creep around as Looney Tunes music plays behind me.
Let me get to that because there's like a million rooms with a million descriptions. So as you enter into this, as you come to the entryway to this room,
Okay, never mind. Sorry, I didn't
No,
see
no.
anything.
you're fine. No, you have a torch and it's illuminating. As you enter in, you see that there is a pool of murky water dominates the center of the room. Water mixed with gravel and soil forms mud puddles on the floor and around the walls. Next to the pool in the middle of the room, a long plank rests across the log like a lever on a fulcrum. Tie-down straps on the planks and shackles hanging from the walls give the chamber an ominous look. From what you would gather looking at that, it appears that there is some kind of torture device that had been set up, possibly to dunk people's heads in water.
Yeah. So, is this like a waterboarding chamber?
Yeah,
It would be
Basically,
reasonable
yeah.
to assume, based upon like the device that is what you see in between Alosha and where Urson are standing, that is a basically like a table with straps on it, like to.
Okay, I was just making sure I understood your description. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
How-
at first
how-
it sounded like a fun seesaw.
How deep is the? Well, we could repurpose. How deep is this this pool here?
You'd have to probe it to find out.
I stick my staff into it. If I see Crunchy
Absolutely.
looking into it, I carry a quarterstaff. So like, it's probably at least a 6 foot, 7 foot tall pole because I'm pretty tall, and I
Well, you're still in
stick
the
it
hallway,
down.
so you'd have to move yourself into.
That was because not everybody had moved yet, and I was trying not to drag outside of marching orders.
Well, yes,
Yeah, I will.
sure. I'm gonna sort of peek, and if how far down do you reckon that goes?
Or just dip my quarterstaff into it.
Yeah, I mean, as you break the surface of the water, you feel like it goes in about another 2 or 3 feet. But as you do that, Crunch, you feel around your feet the mud
Mhm.
start to coalesce and like slurp through your feet. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, sure. Let's do that. Let's do that one. Alrighty. Here's
You
a
got
shoot,
this.
little bit of a saving throw. I'm hoping for a
Not a
12.
12. There we go.
All right, so
you're,
that's no
numbers.
good.
you're able to
It's the better
shove.
order.
You're able to shove off. Oops. As a being of coalesces around behind you, and it's on the wrong layer. So give me a second.
We see 2 of them.
You do see 2 of them. They're on the map
Okay.
layer. Oh, now they're on the GM layer. I'm failing at this tonight. It's been 3 weeks. As you see, like almost like a little demonic being form everybody behind Crunch Goldenthorn, and it tries to shove him into the puddle of mud, but he's able to deftly dodge out of the way. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Gross, 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 yuck, yuck, yuck.
As another one
yucky,
forms
yucky,
on
gross.
the other side, behind the pool, cackling in laughter, as its compatriot
Double
does
gross.
not is not able to execute its shove into the water.
Everything is being gross, gang.
And you just hear like cackling. She fucking hates
Ooh.
me. It's a puddle of mud.
Yes.
Mount, this is great. My initiative is a +9, but I have rolled a 12 once again. As is current custom.
hey, you're only rolling 1s and 2s apparently.
Yep, I'm not complaining.
Yeah. There we go, 13s.
We can
What's
reason with this mud.
What sucks is like every time you keep saying the name udon, I only want like Chinese food, and it sucks because like the Chinese place that I normally get, they've been closed on Tuesdays for like ever. It's like it's not even anything I can do about it.
All right, everybody on
Although
there.
I did. Let's see.
There you go. Losha,
Okay.
Urson, Mud Method, Zadok, Crunch. That's everybody. Mud Method. All right, Alosha, you're up first. As you see this just being like, you hear a slurp up, and then you see this. Let's just pull a picture of it real quick.
Gross.
This is like little
Ew.
impish demon thing with like muddy flowing wings, and the mud is dripping off and off its face, and it tries to shove Urson in there, and you hear just like a laughter of like.
Very
and
gross.
Yeah, try and shove. I'm gonna move it. I'm gonna start it behind him. It's on top of him. It's actually gonna be here though, as it like slurped behind him and tried to shove him into the pool.
I'm going to, well, I guess react. Oh my god! And I'm going to just shove my hands out in front of me, and I'm going to try and knock it prone. Right, throwing out a telekinetic trip at it,
I mean,
which
Vanessa
gives it a
loves that.
dex save.
five.
Got him.
Yes.
All right, that knocks it prone.
Yes.
That's the wrong thing.
And then I was gonna back up What's going on right here? It's just a weird wall.
Hold on. Let's put this prone real quick. Read you this. Okay. Right there, there's just a door. Or from what you can tell, there's a doorway.
Oh, it's a door. Oh,
yeah, it's a
okay.
door. Yeah.
Okay,
so
okay.
there's a doorway.
I would not open it because I don't know what's on the other side.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna. I'll back up to the door.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
That brings us to Urson. Urson, you see Alosha trip this like liquidish being that had tried to shove Crunch into the pool. As you see her cast her magic and hit it with like a telekinetic assault.
Yeah. So Erson is obviously going to try to save Crunchy Boy here, and he's going to run out. And I don't have the. I don't have. Oh, there we go. Anointing Mace. There we go. Wabash.
That's
Oof.
crit because it's prone.
Yeah, it's
That's
prone.
great with that. Very good.
Roll for damage. 18. Oh boy.
18.
I mean, as you just reach overhead, and just first time anybody's seen Urson do anything other than just bite. I mean, it is just a loud, just a swoosh, and it just blasts through this thing, and just there's a loud thud as this mace hits the floor. But
You have been anointed, sir.
Maybe you should use that more. It's like walk away.
Urson and
Amazing.
and
Oh.
Zadok and Crunch, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Just pop them.
Oh, this is great.
This is gonna be yucky. Oh shit! All right, so that's a 10.
All right.
That's an 8.
Yep. All right, Urson, you're
15.
fine. It's just like sticky Icarus mud coats your compatriots. Crunch and Urson, or Zadok, you are restrained until the end of the creature's next turn, which will just be back in initiative order. But
Point of
It's
small
you guys'
point of order.
next turn.
How big is Zadok? Is he a medium? Is he a big creature? Is he a medium creature?
I'm medium.
Medium.
I'm tall, but I'm.
Because I know I'm a little guy.
yeah,
I just
no,
thought
he's
you might-
medium. Yeah, most characters fall into the medium or small.
Yeah.
The creature's next turn is the people that are affected by it. That's the wording.
Oh, okay, yeah, until the end.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the end of your next turn. All right. Urson, do you have a bonus action?
Yeah. So Erson's gonna step over this death goblin that he just anointed, and he's going to step in the way, step in front of Crunchy Mate here to try to block off this guy. And that's the end of his turn.
All right. The other Muffet kind of laughs at its friend that just had that happen.
Yeah, pretty funny, eh? You're next.
It was kind of funny. I mean, it's gross. I have to change my cloak as quick as I can.
It's gonna scooch forward, and it's gonna belch out mud at you, Urson. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as well. You're not raging, so you don't like have advantage on that. But it's gonna spew out just a stream of mud at you.
You get danger. You have danger sense by now, right? Isn't that
Yeah.
third level?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he would have advantage because he could see it coming, right?
Yeah, doesn't matter. As it misses.
These are just like dogma shit monsters, right?
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
That's why I posted the Golgothan in chat.
Oh, is that right? I got it.
Yeah,
All right.
I already on.
All right. Cool.
First thing that came to mind.
That's the end of its turn. That brings us to you, Zadok.
So like I'm covered in sticky mud, which means I can't move because I'm restrained, but I can still cast magics.
Yeah.
So I'm going to I'm going to hiss at new mud friend that's run up on the Ursins there, and I'm going to use my if my sheath will open my cantrip that gives it a bane basically. There's no save because worth of misfortune. Let's go ahead and click on that. I can see it, right?
Did I actually send the map? Did I just send the map to the GM layer?
No,
I'm still there.
Okay.
no, we're there. Yeah.
I sent something to the GM layer. Not sure what it did.
Word of misfortune. It has a
Oh.
word of void speech, and it has.
The enemy right there.
Oh no,
it
I
has a
deleted it.
D4.
He got splattered by the anointing mace.
So that one has a D4 against its next saving throw.
Okay. All right. That's you're a wizard. So...
I can't move, and I probably can't use my bonus action to escape. So
yeah, Crunch, you are restrained as well.
but I'm no longer restrained now because
you are not. Crunch is still though.
That's fine. I dig it. I turn to this gross creature and I say, "You're very gross and you're trespassing." And that is, of course, a vicious mock.
I feel like you should have an advantage because it knows it's gross, but we're not going to give it 10. So it's going to
yeah, I know.
4 psychic. That's pretty good for a...
Yeah.
Right, so that's 4, and it has a disadvantage next time it attacks. As a bonus action, I'm going to make everything cool and swirly and dark. That seems fun. Yes, let's do that. Small, dark Wabash.
Okay. So you're going to
So
cast Dancing Shadows, and you create there's a swirling thing of shadows that just start to emanate from around you slowly, filling like 20 feet around you.
I imagine we all have dance partners now.
Yes.
Dance if you want to. Leave your friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're all doing the same dance.
Yes, pretty much. Alosha, you're up.
Yeah. I'm gonna do what I do. I'm gonna step forward and I'm gonna hold side of my head and I'm going to send a telekinetic push against this guy.
All right. I mean, they're fairly dexterous. Oof. 7.
Somebody should tell them that, you stinky old shit goblins.
And he gets pushed to the ground.
It just kind of slurps down and like it's become one with the mud puddles around the ground. I swear I'm gonna go back to rolling physical dice again.
That's my turn.
Where was
It's
the
prone for Urson now.
Yeah, it is prone for you. Ursa.
We've just fallen in a very good turn order where it's like debuff, attack, debuff, attack.
Ursa, you have this mud method laying on the ground before you, prone. Imagine you're going to apply some anointing mace here, but this attack will be at advantage because it's prone.
Edison looks down at this little mud goblin and says, "Any last words, mate?" and raises the mace above his head.
Man, I don't have a mud pun.
She fucking hates me.
Yeah.
Well, eat it now.
Yeah.
I don't know any
Edison
other puddle
brings
mud
it
lyrics.
down.
It's going to say, muddy puddles, splish, splash, splish, splash. Yeah, 14 hits for sure.
Big mud.
Roll for damage?
Slow.
So he just goes,
No, 10. I mean, you chunk a big like side of its face off, but it's still holding its shape together as it's trying to reform the chunk that you just took off of it. Doesn't seem like it's quite able to just yet, though. That's gonna bring it to its turn, though. It's still alive. It is prone. It's gonna roll. See if it gets its thing back. Rolling that d6.
Does.
No, it's a 5 or a 6. Or it's just a 6.
You rolled a 5.
No, it's a 6. It's a 5. It's just a 6. Just a 6. All right, so it's going to try and punch Urson. We're going to roll that with a regular dice.
Bring it.
16. is what I roll. Oh,
It hits.
either way, and I'll roll the damage on. 3 damage. Bludgeoning.
That hits.
Okay.
I mean, you're gonna roll that again, maybe. If it has disadvantage because of the vicious mockery.
Oh yeah, 14. Yep, vicious mockery, 14.
14 misses.
14 misses.
Technically, a 12 because also the dancing shadows had partial cover.
Oh yeah. 14, 12 total misses. That brings us to Zadok. Crunch, you are no longer prone.
Edison laughs in the face of 3 bludgeoning damage.
Which you don't have to take, but
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just a tickle. It's just wiping mud on your fur at this point. Zadok is going to just reach out with hand, and you'll see the skeletal form of his hand kind of reach forward, and I'm just going to do a chill touch.
okay.
Cool.
Which is why did it not roll the attack? Okay, why did not roll the attack? There we go. A 14.
14 hits.
Did it stand up
No,
to make its attack?
doesn't matter. I said
No, it does. Oh, well, yeah, 14. Yeah, 14 would be at disadvantage.
Yeah, no, it tried to swing.
Five damage.
All right, and as you see that, you send forth a ghostly, we'll say a tendril because you're a lamprey eel-ish kind of thing, but it kind of freezes off a chunk of the wing, but it's still trying to crawl its way forward to get to Urson.
But it does 10 less feet. Oh no, it can't regain hit points.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to move a little bit over, on top of this seesaw table, and it's probably going to fall down. But yeah. Just trying to give a pass away if you wanted it back.
Yeah.
That is my turns.
All right, Crunch, you're up.
I'm gonna roar at it.
Dragon Roar. All right, Charisma. I mean, I'm gonna venture to say that is not its strong suit. With a -2. So yeah, that's a 10. It's gonna take 2 psychic damage. It's still kicking. Now that Dragon Roar has I feel like that's one that has a weird. Takes 1d4 and is frightened of you until the start of its next turn. Okay.
Yeah. It's scared.
So it'll try and move away from you. Alosha, this thing is still prone. You may not be able to see it from where you're at this point because it is prone. And there is a lip on this table.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably about 2 or 3 feet in the air, but it's down on its knees, and these things aren't very tall.
Okay. Well, that's handled. I'm gonna turn around and just kind of see if I can open this door. Not all the way, just kind of peek in.
Vanessa, Vanessa, where are you? Vanessa.
Yeah.
Oh, right here. I'm just looking in.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
I mean, hold on. The door is not locked.
I'm just gonna open it maybe half an inch just to look in to see if there's a hallway or something.
Yeah, I always forget about this.
Proximity mines, man. Golden eye.
There you go.
Hallway. Okay.
There you go. As
All right, I'm just gonna close it.
you open the door, you see it go into a hallway, but you can't see quite at the end of it. The door was open as is, no traps, no nothing. So.
Okay. I'm just gonna turn around again.
Okay.
That's it.
Did you close the door? Because I'm not going to re-add that dynamic layer later.
No, it's fine. I'll just leave the door open.
Yeah. You could say it's closed.
Um.
For all above the sheet, there's nothing that's going to attack you if you leave it open.
Oh, that's my turn.
Okay. Yeah. Urson, this thing is lunging towards you, crawling on the ground. I mean, its wings have been frozen off. It's missing half of its face and part of its shoulder. It doesn't look like it's got much left in it. It is still prone.
Yeah, Essen's gonna try to put it out of its misery. Annoyed.
23. And the 11 hits
8.
as well. 8. That's as you bring the mace down. I mean, you just splatter it to the floor. But I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw. I guess it doesn't matter because there's nothing else in the room though. But we'll see. Roll the dexterity. Yeah, you're fine. as
There
you
it is.
smash through it, and you're able to. The mud hits you, but you just shrug off whatever effects it had.
Incredible.
Those
All right.
guys were pretty gross.
All right, so we don't poke the water.
Is that what you think did it? I'm still kind of curious. I think it would make a nice jacuzzi once we get things cleaned up.
It would, but I don't know.
Are
I'll
you
poke
sure
the water again. I can poke the water again.
Are you sure we shouldn't sort of poke at the water a little bit more?
I poke at the water again.
Okay.
This time, your staff finds purchase at the bottom of it, and as you look down at the mud, but nothing happens this time.
Okay.
Right. So it's just a little infestation.
Yeah.
Now that-
How fun is the table? Like,
With
can I
it-
run back and forth on it?
How much do you weigh?
I'm tall, but I'm thin. I think I have my weight at like 180 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, you see that it's kind of propped up on the edge, but it's got kind of like just a singular wheel thing. So like if as you get to like the edge of it, you feel it getting a little unstable. It's probably not the safest thing to run back and forth on.
It looks pretty fun. You having fun, Zadok?
Oh, yes.
It's pretty good.
And now
Everybody
that you're
cool?
in the room too, you do see that there is like a collapsed wall on the east side of it. It's pretty thoroughly collapsed. I mean, there's light obviously peeking through because there's not a dynamic lighting layer there. You could clear it to get into the other room, and it appears to be the room that lies beyond the door, but that was in the hallway. You'd have to clear it. There's a pretty good layer of rock and stone. Looking at it, you'd probably venture a guess and say it'd probably take about an hour or so to clear with like the larger rocks that are there.
Can we look in, or is it just too much rubble to even look in?
No, you
It's
can.
just a little bit of light.
You can peek in. What you see in that room, from what you can see above the it's about basically about 3/4 covered.
Yeah, it's just like little holes you
To
can
get
kinda
through
look
it.
in.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Eyeing it up, Crunch may be able to fit through there. But
You guys want me to go in? I can
yeah,
go and look around.
exactly, and you have your you also might be able to fit being somewhat slender as well. But
If I can see through it, I can get through it too.
yeah, from the passage crudely knocked through the wall, you're staring into the sunken-eyed, chiseled-toothed face of a giant rat. At least that's what it appears to be.
I'm good, guys. Never mind.
Until you realize it is the statue of some forgotten rat-shaped minor deity or demon. Other than a few lit candles placed at the statue's dais, the room appears to be barren. Polished carnelians set into the statue's eye sockets glitter in the candlelight throughout the room.
I would like to ask Mr. Rat statue what's behind him. If we
Just
could
shaking my
have
head. Nah.
We could have a few minutes. I could ask him what's behind him.
So
Yeah.
it's just sort of tapping out. You're not interested in the rat.
Nah, the rat god. I'm good. I'm good.
All right. It had some. Did the eyes though? The eyes were pretty cool looking. Some sort of gems.
It's that new Jordan Peele movie. It's called Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, I would you speak speak with the inanimate object to ask should we go behind you?
There we go. Talking to the rat guy.
Click on the spell or the ability so I can adjudicate how this has to work. And also perform a cursory Google search about something. Okay.
One action, range, touch. So, okay. You have to. Range is touch. I don't know how far away you have to be. You awaken a spirit that resides in an inanimate object such as a rock, sign, or table, and ask it a question. So the range in this is touch, though.
Yeah, touch is like immediately in front of you.
Right.
Oh no, I would move. I would move.
Yeah,
on the
I
map.
think he's able to move.
I would move on the map. Is the rat god the door?
No. It's over here. It's through this little hole thing.
Right. Here.
Oh, I thought it was the
Rat
collapse.
God's hanging right here. And then
Yeah.
there's
Oh yeah, I would. Oh, I would definitely go talk to rat
You
god.
cannot.
You are too. So the people who could fit through this crawl space.
Misty step.
Sure.
Magic.
There we go.
Once a day, Fey touched. I can cast it again as a second level spell to get back out. I thought that was the collapsed wall. But we've said we've done this, so we're doing this.
Dude's talking to the rat god, and that's what's happening.
If anyone's gonna talk to a broken statue, it's gonna be Zadok.
It's true. It's completely true.
Yeah. Let me just read about the room.
Also, if anyone's gonna talk to the rat god, it'll be
It's
this guy.
yeah. Doesn't have to be a broken statue. I thought it was on the other side of the. I thought the broken wall was the door. I thought that was just like difficult terrain right there. But if I can see through it, I can misty step. Yeah.
Okay. All right. As you reach out and describe what your magic looks like while I read this room.
For speak with inanimate objects, it's probably like void adjacent. There's like black, almost smoke that comes out of his mouth and kind of just like seeps into the object. And while he's staring at it for 10 minutes, not blinking. I don't know if I have eyelids. My art does not have eyelids. I've contemplated about whether Zadok can blink, or if it's that weird cat thing, like that second, like, up eyelid that they have. Yeah.
All right. As you reach out and touch, as you spend the time, and the rest of the party, you see him in there doing his incantations and things of such. And you see him reach out and he puts his hand on the rat in between like the carnelian eyes, and you see him kind of just shudder back and you hear him start mumbling in a speech that I don't know. Let's see. We'll say that this. What languages do you speak, Zadok? And I'll just put this in a language that you speak that maybe not everybody else speaks.
I speak Void and Sylvan.
Okay, Void.
I've covered.
It's Void. That makes the most sense.
Yep.
So anybody who doesn't speak Void doesn't hear this conversation. The eyes light up in the statue. Who has entered the chamber of Chitrik?
Oh, hi. I'm Siddhaka Jisi Baba. I'm looking for my grandmother.
Your grandmother.
The grandmother.
I don't. You have only found the vessel that holds Chitrik.
Oh, hi, Chitrik.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta look at what Chitrik does real quick. Sorry, there is not too much here. Hold on a second. Chitrik.
You didn't plan for us to have an extended conversation with this.
With the rat god?
Nope, rat god.
You thought we couldn't get to? Yeah. You're like,
Yeah, we're just gonna go with whatever this I just found is. This is probably not even canon, but you know what? I found a thing about the mad rat god, so we're going with this.
It works for me. we'll have a great conversations.
I am the deity responsible for those who scurry in between the places that no one wants to go. We scurry about the feet of those who think are betters, but our numbers far outweigh theirs. We will have our day. We will rise. We will chew holes in their body like Swiss cheese. Why are you here? Why should we not eat you in the great rat uprising?
Well, I don't think that you shouldn't. If that's your will. But I also scurry amongst the feet of those who think they're better. I know what that's like. If you
Yes.
couldn't tell, I don't, I'm not a person of means. But hey, if Rat God is, meant to be, Rat God is meant to be.
Where are those who used to come light my candles? They used to come pay me homage. I see you do not travel alone. Why?
Well,
Why do your friends not come embrace Chidrick the Rat God?
they can't fit through the door.
No, listen. I'm on my way. If you
Yeah.
need if you need some look, I'll scudder through. I don't mind. I'll give it a look.
Unfortunately,
Do you speak Void?
unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Darrow, baby. I was raised in the dark.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
I know myself some void.
Born in it. Molded by it.
yeah, this statue is like its eyes are flaring up like a cheesy like animatronic like Disney and ride like
Yeah, this is the Scarlet Citadel of Chuck E. Cheese right now. The door is, I don't know if you can tell, it kind of collapsed. They had to use magic to get in here.
you.
They're working on it.
You
They're
are a
working on
prime
it.
example of why the rats will be successful in their overthrow. You entered through the rubble. The door to the south is open. It is not locked. It is not trapped. Anyone can pay their respects to the rat god.
Looking around, do I see another door in here?
Yeah, there's the door to the south.
It's this, I think.
Yeah, that's the door.
No, I didn't look.
Oh,
I see it on the map.
No. That's
Yeah. I see it on the map. But does Zadok didn't look. He went right up and started praying to this rat god.
there is no passive perception to notice the blatantly obvious door.
Am I the only one that has Eminem rapping Rat God in his head because of so many people saying Rat God over and over? It just
I would maybe like, hey, apparently there's a door that's not trapped or locked that leads in here, guys. If we want to stop Urson, I know you're doing a great job moving all the rubbles.
We have plans once we are released upon the world, we will infect everyone with a plague, and then we will overtake them slowly but surely.
I mean, I talk to a lot of things. You say we, but I only see you.
I speak in the collective of the rats that worship Chitrik the rat god.
Okay.
This thing is gross. I'm gonna go. I'm going. I'm gonna go back.
You will be first that we eat in our new coming kingdom.
Oh, all right.
But if you eat everybody, who's going to light your candles?
While we are not concerned with the lighting of candles, we will take over this world. Why did you...
You were very concerned about candles a minute ago.
I said there were two who came and lit candles to Chitrik.
Yeah, all the scented candles.
Do you speak Void Bear?
No, I can take care of this. Urson, there's a statue in there, and he's got some candles around him. I know that you are have a particular interest about candles. If there were any questions you wanted to ask the rat statue about candles.
We can telephone game this.
Yes, we
for
telephone.
sure.
Yeah. I
Let's
suppose
roll
where'd they get
telephone
their
game.
wigs from?
They are not
I
candles.
haven't seen any bees around here.
These candles have no particular scent, and I feel like you're missing the point and the importance of Chidrick the rat god. Once I am free from my statue, I will summon my rat army on this world.
How would you get free?
I do not know. I'm sure my followers will eventually free me from my prison.
What if we just sort of steal your eyes and then never engage with you again in any meaningful way?
I will invoke the vengeance of the rats upon you.
Guys, that he says he's going to invoke rat vengeance.
Doesn't sound good.
No.
I mean, like, how long has this plan been in the works, mate? I mean,
For
they just
eternity.
wrecked. I'm not.
Okay.
He says a long time, eternity.
Well,
I suppose I believe him.
anything I can do to help you would be.
Free me from my prison. Allow me to
I'm trying to
extract
help him.
my vengeance
I'm
upon
going to
this
free him
world.
from the prison, gang. We might want to step in on this.
How would we do that?
Well, I'm not quite sure. No
Okay,
one has ever.
I don't know how to help you then.
I free you.
I think it's okay. The guy's been working on it for eternity, but he doesn't know how to get out of the statue.
I have
think
been
we're fine.
planning my vengeance from here. I have not had I never thought. I don't know. You would probably need to have a curse spell or maybe.
There is nothing in this module for Chittrick the rat god.
Come to think of it, we could probably just sort of block this room out. We can brick it over when we're redoing everything. We don't need it.
This module does not account for speak with an.
Take care of yourself there, man.
Wait! Come back!
Good
Come
luck
back.
with everything.
Wait! Don't let me.
Person says goodbye. And Alessa says goodbye as well.
Well, now that you know you have an allies in me and my friends, I will come back. I will come back, and we will
Yes, I will
revisit.
I will
Think
formulate.
about it.
I will formulate a plan to get out of stone encasing.
All right, I'm going to pull out the grease pencil that I have. Would you like a smiley face?
I don't have any say in that matter.
You have a smiley face now. Thank you. There we go. Little smiley face eyes. Little happy face.
Before you go ahead and steal his eyeballs, and then maybe we'll talk about how his friend is not a good idea.
Oh, I've drawn irises on those. It's part of the thing.
Oh, all right. Oh no, I don't want to interfere with your art. Of course, I understand. That's fine. Let's take on back across. You can do the same thing Vanessa can, right? With the little the bamfin.
I would just walk around, because the door is not locked, and we went the hard way. Bye, Chittrick. Have a good day. We'll talk a little bit later.
Oh,
Bye.
I appreciate the kindness. I will save you till last.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
I put down another candle and I light it, and then I walk.
Yeah,
away.
we definitely got the minute out of that. Yeah, I guarantee you the the module does not account for speak with inanimate objects.
Hey,
There's
you
not-
wanted to play with this.
There's not
meat
not
on those bones.
there is no mechanic for if your player casts speak with inanimate objects on this. So
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Bye.
yeah,
Chittrick.
Chittrick.
Yes. Bye, Chittrick. I made a friend, guys.
Zadok. Now, it's just walk with me for a little bit. He's not really your friend. I'm going to try and very, very gently explain to Zadok that he's some sort of useless but eternal rat god who wants to destroy everyone and is not fun.
So
Raised in a cult of beings that want to destroy. That I think it's a friend.
I mean, I'll definitely plan for Chitrick later. But so as you were appearing, as that happened,
The rise of Chitra, the rat god.
That's right.
it'll be like that one that you and I played, Zach, with Noah, the Rat King one, which is basically Batman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a whole thing, man. Holy smokes.
That one was actually kind of fun. What was
Hey,
it?
no, I didn't dislike it. It was just
Mr. Squeakers.
It was involved with rats. Yeah,
Mr.
Mr.
Squeakers.
All kinds of rat things.
So, to the door to the west that Elocia peered down, there's a hallway leading down that way, and then there's just the rooms that you've previously explored so far.
You guys want to check out the hallway?
I mean, sure. It's
Yeah.
Can I wash my hands in this this? I'm just gonna wash my hands in this pool.
Yeah. You stick your hands in there, nothing happens.
Okay. All right, here we go, and a little wipe on the cloak. All right, here we go. Let's make a little note. Stay away from that room. Get plumbing installed in here. Okay. Fantastic. Ready to boogie?
I'm just picturing Crunch walking around like a house inspector right now, like block that door the fuck off.
Sure.
Like,
So as you make your way through the door, if you're going to go check out the hallway, which is fine, above the sheet, there's not going to be anything as you cross the barrier. And can you guys cross the barrier? It was dynamic lighting. I deleted the barrier.
no, we can get through it.
We can get through it.
Yeah,
Through here. Like, I'm just going to drag Urson just for
yeah,
example.
we can move through.
Oh, shoo.
Because I accidentally started to move through until you started to describe the room with Chitrick because I thought it was over here.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you make your way through a hallway and you come to a spiraling staircase that descends downward. It's thin, so you're going to have to pick a marching order to go down the stairwell.
I think we picked.
But it's
Good
spiraling
marching
This
down.
could be first.
We've been in, yeah. Crunch or Urson, Crunch, Elocia, Zadok.
Okay. Give me 30 seconds here real quick, and then I gotta load up the next screens because this will take you down to level 2.
All right.
I tend to stick behind Urson. I assume I'm like a kid at a mall, and I'm just kind of holding on to a
Yeah, I figure the natural marching order is exactly that. It's like Urson in the front, Crunch in the middle, and then Elocia like, all right, keep going forward, and the dog is just kind of like kind of the way that it naturally organically came about is like the marching order is the two of you are wrangling Crunch, and Zadok is just following behind. Like,
right.
yeah, I feel like that's a good standing marching order just on the way the party came together. Yeah. But now we have a rat god to deal with, so that's fun.
Well, but he can't do anything though. He can just hang. He's just hanging out.
And that was a good bit of improv on Jeff's part. There it was like, oh, they're going to talk to it because I put it behind a wall that they didn't see the door for. There's no way they're going to get through that door, or as Elocia, just like nope. But the doc is.
Yeah, I ain't gonna touch no
Yeah,
rat.
yeah.
Everybody's doing their job. We're all doing what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, Zadok is the exact opposite of that. Like, crazy rat god. That's my wheelhouse, buddy.
Probably one of grandmother's friends.
I assume that everything is because of the fact that anything could be. Like that's the weird headspace I have to live in as Zadok, is that any item could be because of the fact that like anybody could have wronged Baba Yaga, and that's normally the punishment, either death or you're turned into a random object.
Oh no! Oh, there was a roll.
Yeah, we're all like panic. What? Yep. Oh,
Wasn't me. Wasn't me.
Urson said he was gonna be right back. Yeah.
Yeah, Urson, there's
Yeah,
Alright.
It's all. Yeah, I'll just be right back. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
No worries. Yeah.
Perfect. I'm reading the entry to level 2 just to touch up on that because
Armed Mexicans.
no.
No, that's all. That's all the clip is. No, there's just some fun soundboards that I have access to because of other.
And we have to very clearly distinguish very few knowledge fight references in here. There's just it's not everyone's cup of tea.
Oh, does that? Oh, that.
Oh yes, I
Goes
heard
into
that.
OBS.
Oh yes, it comes anything
Oh,
that.
so the only one I will use then going forward will be the bathroom break one, where it's pee time. and
Of course,
Yeah.
I mean I've read level 2. Again, there's hallways, like so there's the hallway structure. Like okay, they're gonna go this way. Like no, that's all right. Level 2 is a fun level from what I've read. I mean, I've read a bunch of it already, and I've read the whole thing, but like it's just like refreshing it because there's like just in that little area that you guys were at, like there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different like room descriptions just in that little area you guys have been through tonight. So it's just like but they're mostly I guess concurrent. I don't really know, like they're all kind of next to each other, but then they're not. So it's like some of those ladder sections in Strahd where there's like a million different block texts. It's like, okay, hold on, where's the header for this room? Where's the header for this room? Oh wait,
Yeah, all those spiral staircases.
which is like, but there's a bunch of different, like every room has the thing, and then everything has like a connecting room, and it's like, okay, to get from here to here to here to here to here to here to here. Is that Urson saying he's back?
Yeah.
All right. So, as you
we lost the doc on Discord.
oh, did we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me slide
Yeah,
this
yeah.
over. That's all right. We're going to a new part of the map, so I need to figure out where to put you guys. I will drag you onto the map where you need to go. So give me a second.
Also, Sunspeed Clippers, they took the series. That happened. That's for Urson.
Yeah, I mean that was kind of inevitable. I
I
was
know it.
surprised that the Clippers were putting up as big of a fight as they were, but
136 to 130. Seems like a
Wow.
pretty serious game.
Jesus.
Russ didn't want to lose. I don't think.
No, not at all. And Booker
What?
put 47 on him.
Was that overtime? Like
No,
multiples?
regulation. No,
Wow.
regulation. Yeah.
Is that what basketball's like now? Like,
I mean, some teams, but not really. That's an exception.
I mean, 136 to 30. Wow.
No, 136 to 130.
136 to
The
130.
Suns have a lot of. The
That's right.
Suns,
136 to 130. The fact that there was 266 points scored, like Jesus.
that's
Like
pretty
I remember
scary for the
like, seeing
Suns.
100.
Suns have that potential like any given night, but that is
Yeah.
surprising for the Clippers, I'd say.
Yeah, that's
All right. So who's first down the stairs?
Listen,
All right.
their friend.
Who's second?
Sure. That's me.
I mean,
Yeah, I think we kind of have the base initiative or marching order, so just so you don't have to ask. It's usually Urson, Crunch, Aloysia, and then Sadak, just wrangling and following, like kind of how how it came together naturally as a party. Like,
Oh, there. Okay, there we are. I lost that.
oh, where we go?
I'll snap you in a second.
It's the problem being zoomed in. Oh wow, this is a very big map.
Yes, it is.
All I-
Yes.
Yeah, if
Yes.
I'm on 30%, and I was only at 40%. Like,
Yes. Okay. So this, as you
my hit points are still set. Oh,
so you make your way down a descending staircase about 40 feet from the above level. After a small landing, the spiral stairs open into an antechamber. A portion of the floor is formed of grating, and the antechamber has 2 exits, both with closed doors. You might not be able to see the second one from where you're standing. You can see the one directly to your east, and you're not able to maybe necessarily see the second one. And again, after a small landing, the spiral staircase opens into an antechamber. The portion of the floor directly in front of you is formed of a grating, and the antechamber has 2 exits, both with closed doors.
Yeah, Erson sees these grates up here, and he doesn't want to get caught by surprise in case there's something lurking below.
All right, make an investigation check.
All right. I mean, why would they be different colored? 4.
4?
They look totally fine.
Yep. I mean, they look just fine to you.
Erson steps onto the grate.
All right.
All right. Hold on.
Let's teleport.
Not
That's your
everyone can teleport, Elocia. It's not
That's
something
weird.
that everyone can do.
The dock ended up in the walls. There we go. There's not a barrier for the stairs. Like I can move into the walls. So you don't have barriers in, so we can accidentally move.
Yeah. So as Urson steps onto
There we
the
go.
grating onto the floor, you hear, from what sounds to be above you, the release of it's a loud slamming noise, and you hear a rushing sound of liquid pouring its way down the staircase. I need everyone to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Water slide.
I was assuming it was some sort of Nickelodeon slime situation.
Yeah.
All right.
21.
Okay.
Natural 1.
Dex save. All right. Crunchy. See what you can do.
The opposite of that was a dirty 20, but yeah. Oh, 2 natural 1s.
Oh no!
Yep. That's also a natural 1. Goodbye, Crunch. I loved you.
Urson, you too, buddy.
What? No,
No,
Erson, I got
30,
20.
Oh, you got to.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't hear you call yours out. Okay. As the two of you,
Yeah.
hold on a second.
adults
Hold on a
know what
second.
we're doing.
Just 2 seconds. What's up?
Yeah.
Luckily, where we're spaced out, it's like massive success, massive fail, massive success, massive fail, and the 2 of us that fell
It's fine.
don't weigh
It's fine.
that
I promise you
much.
it's fine. It just builds up a natural thing. It's fine. It's just fine.
Funny.
It's because it's fresh water. It's just fine. Okay. As you all hear this rushing thing behind you, Alosha and let's see. Hold on, Zadok. You're back. You are at the back. You don't notice it. You get hit with a wall of rushing acid. Your body is able to break it, so Alosha doesn't get hit, and she kind of bamps out of the way a little bit into a safe spot, which then causes the acid to splash all over Crunch, which kind of shields him, Urson, as well, as he's able to duck to the side. Where is it?
That makes sense for the greats now.
Okay. Plus, oh boy. So the 2 of you who were hit with the acid, you will take 21 points of damage from the initial splash, and then an additional, 10 points
Maximized.
I'm unconscious.
from inhaling the acid fumes.
Oh man!
So that's both
Yeah, no.
Crunch and
Yeah.
Alosha, or sorry,
Yeah.
Crunch and
I'm
Zadok. You
done.
both take 31 points of acid damage.
Done. Done. Out.
Yep, unconscious.
Unconscious. Absolutely.
Oh no!
As it reappeared after it goes by. Oh no. So look over at Urson.
Erson just kind of looks around.
Right.
What? Can you? Do we have any healing potions? I'm not sure. What?
Yeah.
What just happened?
Get off the grate. It goes off again.
Oh, right. Erson's gonna step to this side.
I'm going to reach down and pull out a healing potion and use it on Zadok.
Yeah, you guys do recognize that you remember that Phineas did hand you a total of 4 of those at the beginning. I think only one has been used at this point. and both Urson and Alosha were the two who had them.
Give them to the brothers.
That's for you, Zadok. And I'm going to look over to you, Crunch, and give you a healing potion.
Yeah, as at this point, you know the acid has formed its way into the grates below, and you guys kind of pick up.
I think Citric is mad at us.
I'm gonna teleport across this thing. So I don't want to touch that.
It was really a low save, just natural ones, guys.
Okay, hold on. Let me go ahead and roll this.
You get 5 HP.
Oh, okay, fantastic. All right, let's wake ourselves up.
I think we angered Citric, guys.
Do you think it was the rat that did? Because all I know is I heard sort of a click, and then it could be rat poison. I don't feel great. If I'm being honest.
Could we maybe take a short rest?
If
we could find a safe spot. I don't need a long rest, but if we could find a short, safe space to take short rest, maybe we could undo that. Yeah. I just need to catch breath a little bit.
We could go back to the rat room. That guy's not going to do anything.
You think if you keep clicking the plate, it'll keep dropping acid?
You know about the pressure plate now. As Herson stepped down on at the beginning of it. But there was a loud snap from the pressure plate. So whatever trap you did trigger, it has been broken and it would not. It is not going to be reset.
Okay, could we just take?
But you do know where it's at as well. I mean, you can certainly try to take a short rest here.
I'm gonna look around fast to see if that do we hear anything after that trap gets triggered. Do we hear movement, like footsteps or anything?
Let me read surrounding rooms real quick.
Just in case.
Make a perception check.
It's okay, Jeff. I've been rolling other characters for other games, so if I have to roll 4d6 tonight, it's okay. Because when you roll 3d10 against a level 3 wizard,
I'm too focused on this pressure grate. I'm just trying to see if I can keep clicking it to see more acid keeps pouring down.
If we just go ahead and take a little peep at the last 3 rolls that players have made here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has been all 3 natural ones.
Yeah.
Combined total of 14. But 3.
This is immediately after talking to this rat god. I'm
You've
not
been cursed.
I mean, correlation is not causation exactly, but I mean, it's worth looking at.
It's not a straw man, though. there is evidence to support the theory. How vaguely thin it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you listen.
Oh, no.
You don't hear anything.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to go back up, we can. That one room in the pool looks fine. It was next to the rat god.
I mean, either they had to be we'd be very careful going forward.
No, yes, I've heard quite a bit. Gonna gingerly step onto this grate and sort of stand behind Urson.
Yeah, as you step over the grate, this time, there doesn't seem to appear any give to it. It's a kind of it's recessed down. It didn't spring back up for a triggering mechanism, so it is slightly lower than the rest of them. Not by much.
This was like those spike traps in Diablo 3 that never hit anything, but nope.
How's my cloak?
Oh yeah. That you were just hit by burning acid. I mean, your some of your clothes have been singed. Your cloak is probably about half of what it used to look like. It's pockmarked with holes throughout, and you are just smelling of pure acrid acid. Likewise, Zadok. I mean, that's not much of a change for you.
Yeah, I
But,
was gonna say that. I mean, the same shit, different day here. Like, yeah.
yeah, I mean, you look the same. I mean, your clothes are a little bit more torn. I mean, but you do have you know, your face does show the the hit that
Yeah,
you just took,
yeah.
and even with your ability to, I mean, to breathe in, you didn't have anything that gave you ability. I guess
If I could have used it as a reaction, if it was less than 10 gallons, I could have swallowed all of that. But I
no, that was
didn't have.
way more than 10 gallons. It was a
I could no. I mean, I could have done something to abate that with bottomless stomach, but yeah,
No.
that's an action to use. So.
Yeah, no, not with a natural one.
Okay.
Not
Oh
with,
yeah, no, that was a complete blindside. I was still thinking about Tittrick and how we ascend the rats to society and how we integrate them. Work with
I
them.
don't think it's going to work out that way, buddy, but that's all right. All right.
They could be birthday rats.
I mean, so to answer the question, as far as taking a short rest in this area, from what you perceive, there is no danger. Now, read between, obviously, the person who made that perception check rolled a natural 1.
All good, guys.
Wait, Elosha, your laissez-faire attitude, I gotta say, it's all right. I can't blame you.
Yeah, it's in.
You guys don't know the adjudication of that.
Closed, right?
What
right
was your?
here.
Yes.
These doors
Now
are
that you
closed?
can see, yes, there are the doors to your east and the doors to your south are closed.
All right. Well, I don't need to take a short rest, so I can always look over everyone while they, taking a little nappy poo.
Yeah.
I just need to
I'll
sit
watch
down
over
for
here.
a minute.
You watch
Maybe
over there, or vice versa.
Yeah. I'll take
I got-
one door, you take the other, Losha.
Yeah.
I got some band-aids.
We'll leave the acid hallway to itself. Got it.
Yeah, take your time, fellas. That acid looked rough.
I mean, it wasn't my favorite thing that's happened so far.
No? No.
Not so far.
That wasn't birthday surprise.
It may have been. Sometimes people have nasty birthday surprises, but it seems like it's only been nasty birthday surprises. Normally,
It was like a main surprise, not even nasty.
well, no. I was dead-ish. I was close to dead.
What was it? Maybe something that was like on the invite that we just didn't get. Like, hey, look out for this step.
Oh, that's another thing too. Urson, when they sort of asked you to take me to Birthday Town, did they mention watch out for the pools of acid? Say hello to the rat.
That was news to me when I saw you engulfed in it for the first time.
Right. No, that makes sense. All right,
But yeah, I think it just might serve us, to just kind of be a little bit more careful, maybe. I mean, none of us knew this was here, and we just got blasted.
No, I hear you. I hear what you.
Before I roll, are we able to take a short rest, or is there some DM adjudication that needs to happen?
I mean, I don't see a reason that I can read why you cannot.
Okay, I didn't know there was a check that needs to be made. Okay, I'll roll.
And just Crunch, you should have Song of Rest. Oh, and that's the plus as well, right? You're a bard.
I do have Song of Rest, absolutely.
So it's
click that over. That's 1d6. So let's go ahead and get 4. There you go. There you are. Well, I feel great now.
Roll that d6. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
There you go.
So that's 16. That's good enough. I'll keep 1 hit dice in the bank.
What do you have, 2? Oh,
3
no, you
total.
rolled more than 1. Never mind. I see it. Never mind.
Yeah, but I only
Yeah.
have 21 hit points. Yeah, and that puts me at 23. I have a feeling that if I go down again, the 2 is not going to save me. But I would prefer to have, if I go down again, the ability to roll another hit dice.
That trap rolled pretty spicy.
Yeah, 4d10 against a wizard that rolls 3d6 hit dice. Yeah, that's a pretty. And you rolled. There was 2 10s in that number, so yeah, yeah. You didn't roll below average on any of those. It was 5, 5, 6, 10. Or sorry, 5, 6, 10, and then a 10. Yeah, against a wizard. Yeah.
All right.
Well, it's all acid under the bridge, I suppose. I feel pretty frisky again. I'm sad about my
And it was a natural 1. I deserve all of that. Like I was.
Oh yeah, you took
completely
that.
Oblivious.
You turned your back to the ocean on that one.
yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. Like, yeah, that was a wave of shit that like I could have seen coming. Yeah, but nope.
There should have been some force damage on that too, but no. All right, so
The fact that it wasn't a save or suck like is punishing enough, and there was an additional D10 on top of that. So
yes, for characters that failed by 5 or more.
I mean, yeah, but okay, that's all right. Could have been the end of a couple of weirdos.
Mm-hmm.
currently working up 4
All right,
different
I feel like
characters
we
right
go.
now anyway.
We'll go into one of these rooms. We're at 1:00 now. We go into one of the rooms and we see what happens, and then we'll go from there.
So one thing that
We can open the
you'll
door
know-
and then like dun dun dun, or we can,
Yeah, the doc gets up and he just like kind of starts dancing weirdly, just out of nervousness.
Cool. Is that
Just
because
weird.
of the Song of Rest? You just wanted to dance?
Yeah, no, because of your song, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'm into
And it's one of my personality traits. I dance with abandon when in gravest danger.
I will say real quick though, just for hit dice purposes and short rest, Crunch, you rolled
Yes.
you rolled 3,
I did.
but you got your hit points from
I did.
the potion, but you didn't roll your Song of Rest. So until after you rolled your hit dice. Would that third hit dice have been too many or no? I don't know.
Yeah, I way overhealed with the third one for sure.
Okay, yeah, because I figured you probably forgot about Song of Rest.
I did.
All right, so why don't you take
I did.
that last one back if it's too much?
Hey man, happy to.
You would have healed 19 with your Song of Rest.
Plus
I'm into that.
plus the healing potion.
Yeah, that would be 5. So that's 24. That's exactly where I'm at.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Wait, you only have 24 hit points?
Yeah, bud.
How do I have 25 as a wizard?
Because I think you rolled for hit points.
So did I.
Listen, I don't know. Maybe.
But you had accidentally not applied your hit points at one point. Like, what's your con mod?
2.
My current con mod is 2.
Oh, okay. I have 16 for a +3, so that's why.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I was like, how am I outpacing somebody with a higher hit dice
I'm
than
just,
me? But
I'm just a sweet little dirty.
no. It fits. I just know when you got knocked out by the centipedes, it partially was because you hadn't applied your level 2. So I knew your hit points were janky at one point. So yeah.
No, that's probably right. That's probably
All right,
right.
so let's pick a room. You got north, or south, or east. Are your 2 current pathways forward?
I'd like to make a smell check to see which air smells fresher.
Ooh, I like that.
Go ahead and do you have a keen scent ability to do that, or
Absolutely not. I'm just trying to smell what smells less like acid after being doused in acid.
roll a perception check?
I'm gonna give myself disadvantage on this because You said perception?
Mhm.
It's a 0 anyway. But let's do this at disadvantage because I just doused in acid. It's a 6.
18. Even with an 18, you are.
Oh, I said at disadvantage, but
That-
if you want to give me
I'll still
straight
give you the
roll,
18.
that's you.
As an 18, you are unable to determine which way smells like the least amount of acid because that is the primary smell that you are getting from this entire area so far.
The acid place.
Very
Not only
strange.
from the floor. I mean, yes, the floor grates and the recent
Are
smell
there
of
are
that.
there any
But
are there any lit or unlit torches down here?
Urson has the only lit torch in this area.
Are there any unlit torches?
In this current area, no. In the small current area where you're at, no.
Any candles? Any previous source of fire?
No.
Hmm.
I will read. Like I said, you're just currently in a stone, pretty much a stone room with 2 doors on either side and the grates. There are no,
No walls.
no former, no former. Like you'd be able to see it on the map too. Like you don't see anything that even would resemble that in this area.
I'm still on the stairs because I'm the last to move, and I was really hesitant about moving over those grates. So I'm going to. I don't really want to put myself on a grate, but I will. The grates are safe, right?
At this point, yes.
For the sake of if I put myself on the map next to Crunch
Nothing.
for marching order. Okay.
There's no additional trap that's going to trigger. You triggered the trap already.
Okay. Just making sure. Okay, so no like previous like wall sconces that I can see within 60 feet of me that I could maybe ask a question to.
Nope.
Okay, because I have another ability that lets me talk to previous sources of fire that's not speak with inanimate objects.
I'm aware. There's just nothing in this room.
Okay. Okay. I made sure to take every way to speak to the fucking environment.
Yeah, there's just nothing in this room.
I'm aware. No, I know. Please
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, if it was there, I would give you the option to talk with it. And if it did, it probably would have got doused with acid. However, there is nothing in this room that resembles a light source of any kind, other than the light that your friend Urson has.
All right. And I did make sure to take these as rituals so I don't ever need spell slots to use these.
Good thinking. That's what we need.
I really need the who, what, where, why of every environment.
Urson, I know that this isn't your favorite thing, but do you mind if I sort of clamber up on your back a little bit? The ground just hit me with so much acid and it hurt real bad. So just for a little bit, you mind if I kind of piggyback here?
You know what? Crunchy, anything for you, mate. That looked pretty rough.
All right. Well, I would appreciate that. Thank you so much. It's a little scary down here. It won't be long. I just I'd feel better. And I'm gonna clamber up. I'm just gonna kind of clamber up, hang out.
Full on Master Blaster style.
Yeah. Your ratchets and clanks, your banjos and kazooies, whatever
Yep.
sort of.
Yeah, so Essen picks up Crunchy and I guess puts him on his shoulder.
There we go. That's fun.
Is this the first proper upsies?
I had an
Think so.
emergency. It was an emergency upsies.
But this is the
there-
first, like, really consensual upsies.
This is the
Yes.
first consensual upsies that we've had. Yes, it's a nice moment. It's nice.
You know, we've seen some shit together, mate. You know, and you just got blasted.
I did. I very much did. Super did.
Those natural ones hurt.
Yep, they're not great. Hmm. Well, let me see. Urson is the guide. I imagine he would be picking east or south.
Oh, is it up to me? I didn't realize we were waiting on me.
I'm going to roll For that is even is east.
All right, here we go.
That's the Doc's vote.
I feel like we
Yeah,
just go
I
with
think Edison's going to try to go east too.
Perfect.
All right, that's great.
All right, let me reveal. Let me get rid of the natural or the whatever the barrier. Here, hold on a second.
There's no barriers.
Oh, there's no.
We could actually move into the liminal space.
Oh, can you? I just don't see the
Yeah.
light protruding.
Yeah, there's no.
The natural light,
there's
the natural
no
lighting
barriers.
works, but there's no barrier because I accidentally moved into the liminal space earlier, and it's like, oh
Yeah.
shit,
Oh,
where did I go?
We can move.
Like,
We can move through things.
Oh,
Yeah.
but you couldn't on floor 1.
No, we couldn't.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
well-
this, you don't need to delete anything. We can just walk through it.
Okay,
It'll be a
yeah,
little
yeah.
awkward, but it's fine. Like it works fine.
Yeah.
Sure.
I just, like I said, I had accidentally gone into a space over, like, off the stairs. It was like, oh shit, I can't see anything.
Oh,
But-
yeah. Okay, so if you
But
move,
I see the DM layer grid.
I'll just do it for my own, just so I know that you guys can see the light permeate the walls.
Yeah, the natural light, like I said, the natural lighting is working.
All
Oh,
right.
now we can, yeah. Now we
Yes,
can see
as
that, yeah.
you peer in through the room, you see 3 large metal vats dominate the center of this huge room. The vats emit burps of gas and splashes of foul-smelling liquid. Foul-smelling thick liquid. Slime drips or squirts from the cracked hoses patched with rags and resins. Occasionally, a shudder runs through the whole assembly. Work tables around vats are covered with beakers, vials, burners, bowls of powder, bottles of liquid, grinders, forceps, heavy gloves, jars of ink, quills, and paper. Imp-like creatures of elemental composition flit across the tables, sending papers flying and knocking over glass beakers that shudder on the stone floor. A nook in the south wall serves as a reading area with a chair and a lampstand and shelved books and scrolls. A similar nook in the north wall is occupied by simple living arrangements, a bed, a chest, and cooking grate piled with dishes. Hold on, there's one more part for me to read. Where is it at? Backslide is here. Be sure to read her appendix. Hold on, it says there's like a point like where I rolled for something and it's here. So hold on. I guess this is part right here. An immense construction dominates the center of this vaulted room. Where's her appendix? Hold on.
In her abdomen.
No, not that. This part's just kind of like weird. It tells me to read something if someone's here and I rolled them for being here, and then I guess I'll just read this. Okay, so an immense construction dominates the center of this vaulted room and combines the features of a foundry, an alchemy laboratory, and a grist mill, and a dozen other arcane instruments you can't begin to identify. Its center glows with immense heat, but the rest of the room isn't warmer than much normal. The outer surface is filled with gauges, dials, spigots, knives, and switches. Show the players this point of view illustration. This is not the right thing. Hold
I'd
on.
like to apologize that I'm sweating from my face.
Where is her appendix?
Right.
Where is her appendix? It's not in the area where it says it's supposed to be. Hold on.
I'm just trying to fill the awkward silence with
No,
random
no.
soundboard clips that I
No,
don't
there-
know what they say, and I'm clicking on them.
There's an NPC here where it says if the party.
Well, we see an NPC.
Right. It says be sure to read her appendix and notes. Okay. Anyway, however, there is a female. Hold on. You see a. Pull up her description here real quick. Sorry. In the center of the room, you also see a female humanoid. She looks a little. It's like she's staring off into the distance, but a little preoccupied by some experiment that she's working on next to like these pools of acid that are in the middle of the room. Right, yeah, she just appears to be lost in her work of pooling over the acid vats that are in the area. And actually, I will put her about here. And you see her. This is going to be a very Cardia-looking individual.
Oh, that's right.
Who's
That's the
smoking a
same vibe.
bomb?
That's the artwork that I gave her.
If that leads us to think anything, she's literally smoking a cartoonish bomb.
Mm-hmm.
But as you enter the room, that is where we'll pick it up next week.
Ooh.
I
feel like that's
a
a-
new friend.
That's a good spot to start it off for next week.
Yep.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel like the Citadel is rearing its ugly teeth. As we've learned.
Also, we were rolling like hot garbage, so like let's hope that Dice Christ
I think
favors
we
us
did.
next week.
I think that we did really good until the acid wave almost.
Well,
got
it's
half of us.
because we talked to it's because I talked to Chitrick, the rat god. He cursed us.
Yeah,
We are
I mean,
now
but he's-
cursed.
supposed to like you. You were nice to him.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Right?
Bless you.
Right?
One more.
Sorry,
I
I meant to mute myself, but I was already muted, and so I unmuted myself.
Well, they gotta come in.
you get
Ah.
3 bless yous. You get 3 bless yous for me. That's it. After that, it's like you see it. You should see a doctor.
Yeah. Yeah, the running joke around here with the missus is that if she sneezes more than 2 or 3 times, I just start telling her to stop it very loudly in an annoyed way. We understand it's a joke. And it's pretty cute. It's like, fucking stop, cut it out. Stop that shit.
Well, now that we have bomb lady mad alchemist to deal with, that should be fun. I don't have the spell I would really like to have prepped, but yeah, that was choices I've made. I have it. It's just as a ritual. Like I didn't prep.
What this looks like that you walked into is basically, I mean, obviously by the artwork they chose to give her, you have walked into a mad alchemist workshop.
Acid vats.
Yeah, there's acid vats everywhere, bubbling oozes. Very,
This is an origin story, though, so somebody could turn into the Joker.
Yeah, and that girl's almost halfway there to be Harley Quinn.
Yeah, for sure.
It's pretty much,
We'll
yes.
fall into that Terminator style with the thumbs up. And then we get our first death.
We almost had 2 right there. Would have been, I mean, if Alosha would have failed. Like,
Yeah.
She could. It seems like she could vibe with Zadok. It seems like under certain circumstances she could vibe with me. It seems like Alosha can get along with almost anybody, which is nice. And Urson's a garrulous fellow. I don't foresee any problems with her. Yeah. I think she's gonna be pretty chill.
Or the imps that we don't see, because there was imps mentioned, but they're not as tokens. But
There's only 40
They-
imps in this room.
yeah, they can be invisible by nature. So yeah, they were mentioned.
Ooh.
they were mentioned. I don't know why they're not on the layer, but
They're invisible. That's why.
They can. I mean, imps naturally have that ability, right?
yeah, poofing in and out.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. So yeah, we'll
I'm
have
reading
some.
I'm reading a R.A. Salvatore book right now, and an imp is actually one of the main characters. It's pretty badass
Oh,
because he's a demonic imp, evil, and he's a badass. He's like manipulating like wizards and clerics against each other. It's pretty
Mhm.
sweet.
R.A. Salvatore, if it has Dritz in it, remember, Dritz walks and talks just like Jax Teller from Sons of Anarchy.
Is that right? So with
Yeah.
this, just like with this
Nice.
indiscernible accent, though.
No, with Jackson Teller's accent.
No, I got it. I'm just
Oh,
saying that Charlie Hunnam's accent
Yeah.
the most
Indiscernible.
mangled thing I've ever heard, man.
Yeah, he
So
did an
it's not-
interview one day, and someone asked him a question. He's like, "Oh yeah, I envision him like Jackson Teller from Southern Hierarchy." I just
Except
love
that it was written
Oh,
well
way,
before
way,
the fact.
yeah, way before, yeah.
But it was great because I remember when that comic came out, like people lost their
It's so
fucking minds.
stupid.
It
I
was
love
just
it.
like the memes were good for like a good week on that, though.
I mean,
And I would have loved to have seen that comic be made now in the day of AI, but like nobody remembers that. Like, 'cause I posted that in the Discord for one of there was a challenge problem for D&D, and but like comedic, and I was like, yeah, I'll post that. Like, and nobody got it. I'm like, okay, I'll just see myself out. Like, I don't get it. I'm like, okay, sorry.
That show had a good couple seasons of it.
Yeah, good job.
When I had my commander interviews, I was actually sitting next to two other police commanders for other like jurisdictions. I started chatting with one of them about Sons of Anarchy, and she was like, "Oh, I love that show because she like rides motorcycles all the time."
Sweet.
And she was like, "But she's like, do you know what was like bothered me every episode?" And I was like, "What?" And she was like, "The white shoes." Like when you ride motorcycles, you never
Yeah.
have white shoes. And I'm just
Yeah,
like,
that's
that is
crazy.
so funny because I don't ride motorcycles and I never noticed
White
that.
shoes and white t-shirts. It was really
Yeah.
strange.
She's just
Yeah.
like, she's like, no, all the white clothes, everything white, like they would be
Yeah.
black by the end of the day. Like that's just how it works. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, good to know.
From all the road grime.
And you're down to like your sweats and oils and things like that. Yeah.
All right, well, that's a good. Let me stop the recording here real quick. All right, everybody who, if anybody watches this, thank you for checking us out. We'll be back with another episode next week. It might be an Urson Gore Claw DM episode. We'll see. Only one way to find out.